Tipp FM's live coverage of the AIB All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final in association with Mother Hubbards Family Restaurant. The perfect stop-off for breakfast, lunch or early evening dinner. Just off the M8 at Junction 9 on the Cork Rd, Cashel. Love local, love Mother Hubbards.
So mixed afternoon in the AIL in rugby for the Tipp sides. Couple of surprises in the FA Cup, but it might only be the 10th of January. It's our first trip to Croke Park and to level 7 of the Hogan Stand. Fingers crossed it's going to be a lot of trips to Croke Park this 2026. But Upperchurch-Drombane are the first Tipp to arrive in Croke Park this evening. Paul Carroll, how are we getting on? Happy New Year first off. Level 7 of the Hogan Stand. First commentary game. Not bad at all.
Good way to start, Davin, no doubt. Yeah, welcome along, listeners, to level 7 of the Hogan Stand for the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. Upperchurch-Drombane against Tooreen. Both teams out on the field, going through their last bits of the warm-up. Huge game here, incredibly entertaining. A junior final between Kilbrittain and Easkey of Sligo played out just a few moments ago, with Kilbrittain coming away with a 1-point victory in what was a very exciting game. They are a black and amber team, and another black and amber team will be hoping for success in Croke Park. Upperchurch-Drombane in their traditional colours out there on the field. The blue of Tooreen are down to our left hand side into the Hill 16 end, going through their warm-up. So a huge game here. All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. Only one Tipperary team have ever won this before, and that was Killadangan back in the very first final back in 2005. Dara Egan and Conor Hayes with some late goals in Semple Stadium to win that final against Carrickshock. But it is Mayo opposition in front of Upperchurch-Drombane today, and Cian Treacy is alongside me. And Cian, you see Mayo opposition in a hurling game, you'll be forgiven to think this could be an easy occasion here for Upperchurch-Drombane, but this is anything but. This is an incredibly traditioned hurling club. They've got a lot of players playing with Mayo in the Nicky Rackard Cup final. 8 players started that day. They've played here before, lost by 2 points against Monaleen a couple of years ago. Really, really strong side. They've blitzed their way through Connacht and the All-Ireland semi-final against Aero Carrickmore, and they are a very, very game opponent here, and bookmakers and things like that have this as a 50-50 game.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive test to this Upperchurch-Drombane side. The warning shot was in that junior game when you saw Kilbrittain were really, really fancy to win it pretty handy against Sligo opposition in Easkey, and it was anything but. It was a real titanic tussle with Kilbrittain just coming out on top, and that was a real shot across the bows for Upperchurch, that if there's any little bit of complacency. And during the week, Liam Dunphy, their manager, spoke about 2 things: the Croke Park effect. It's just been another field, which I would disagree with. This is a huge test for these Upperchurch players. Playing in Croke Park is different from any other venue in the country. For Tooreen, all of this team have played here before. As you mentioned, 8 played in the Nicky Rackard Cup final against Roscommon earlier. Fergal Boland and Old Hand playing here with the Mayo footballers, so they have massive experience here. But this is a massive occasion for Upperchurch-Drombane. In terms of hurling, there's only going to be one winners. The hurling of Upperchurch-Drombane is at a brilliant standard. They came through really, really tough opposition throughout the campaign, win their Munster final, and then going on to beat a really good Danesfort team in Portlaoise in the semi-final. But this is a serious Tooreen opposition that they're up against. As you mentioned, they blitzed their way through. 321 they scored against Malik in the Connacht final, 128 against Carrickmore from Tyrone in the semi-final. So that's serious shooting. And Croke Park, as we know, the biggest pitch in Ireland, very conducive to forward play. Upperchurch backs really, really strong as well. So it's going to be a really interesting contest.
Yeah, Tooreen have scored 770 in their last 3 games, so that kind of compounds Cian's point that he made there about the scoring power of the Mayo men here today. But Upperchurch-Drombane this year have all been about defence, and 4 goals conceded in their last 9 games. They have not conceded a goal since the county final against Carrickswan, so they've not conceded a goal outside of the county. So it's been an incredible run, 3 clean sheets. And Cian, if we look at this Upperchurch starting lineup, they are without Paddy Green, of course, dislocated knee in that semi-final win over Danesfort. He's down on the sideline here with a heavily strapped up knee. He's actually out on the field there walking around in the warm-up with a brace on his left leg, Paddy Green, so he won't be playing. The other miss was Paddy Phelan. He is doing the warm-up out there, but the team that was announced to start does not have him in it. So if this Upperchurch-Drombane defence has been key all year, you could argue it will have to be even more key today. down the losses of Paddy Phelan and Paddy Green.
It will. Big experience at Colin Ryan coming in. Mikey Griffin, who was very good the last day. So able deputies, but maybe not at the level of Paddy Phelan and Paddy Green. Paddy, as we all know, started so well in Portlaoise in that semi-final, and just that innocuous challenge, dislocated knee, really, really unfortunate to miss this day. But I think Paddy Phelan will have a big role in the second half here, Paul.
Yeah, so we expect to see him. He's out there doing the warm-up. But let's run you down through the lineups here. Upperchurch-Drombane start with the hero from the semi-final, Kieran Short, in goals wearing number 1. He's behind the fullback and the captain of the team, Keith Ryan, at number 3, beside Mikey Lavery and Dean Carew in the full back line here for Upperchurch-Drombane. Keith Ryan's older brother Gavin Ryan is centre back wearing number 6, and then joining him in the half back line is Niall Grant number 5 and Colin Ryan number 7. Midfield duo Diarmuid Grant and Aaron Ryan have gotten through an awful lot of work throughout this campaign, with Aaron Ryan picking off a few scores most games. Conor Fahy wears number 10. In place of Paddy Phelan is number 22 Toby Corbett, and number 12 is Paul Shannon. You would expect Toby Corbett to drop back into that half back line alongside Niall Grant and Gavin Ryan. Full forward line today for Upperchurch-Drombane, Pat Ryan, goal scorer in that All-Ireland semi-final. He wears number 13. Luke Shannon, the free takers, number 15, and coming in place of number 14 Paul Ryan is number 21 Mikey Griffin. Keane, without Paddy Phelan, without Paddy Green, you're looking at the two Shannons, Paul and Luke, Pat Ryan, Conor Fahy, maybe Aaron Ryan as your main kind of score getters out there today. You are,
and the guy you're really looking to that inside line is Pat Ryan, who I think is just so dangerous, always a goal in him, and he's a guy you would expect, along with Luke Shanahan, that Croke Park will really, really suit.
And now we're just going to pause in Croke Park for our own Aveen. To go in GAHQ as the flags stuck to the flagpoles here. No wind whatsoever on a crisp night in Dublin, but the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final is about to begin. The referee in charge is a Westmeath official via Wexford, that is Cayman Flynn, and our coverage here on Tipp FM is with thanks to Mother Hubbards, Old Cork Road in Cashel, and we wish a happy new year to John Carroll and all the team at Mother Hubbards. Ball is thrown in and underway straight away. Number 17 in the middle of the field for Mayo is John Casty. Upperchurch are going to be playing into the Davin stand in this first half as Paul Shanahan goes straight to the edge of the square. It's a battle in the middle of the field, and Diarmuid Grant comes out with possession, flicks it in field. There's still an awful lot of bodies in between the 265s. No real clean possession won just yet, but it has been won by Upperchurch. Sent long into the full forward line. Bit of space now in front of Paul Shannon. His touch is good. He has it in his possession. He's looking to maybe open up his hands, puts it back in his hurley. He's going to have a look at the post. It's struck high towards the Davin stand. It's close to the post, and the umpire says it's gone inside the post, and Paul Shanahan gets the account open straight away for Upperchurch-Drombane.
Yeah, lovely score from Paul Shannon. He's operating at full forward. Colin Ryan to centre forward. Toby Corbett to wing back. Took it, swiveled onto his right, and a brilliant finish. Great start for Upperchurch-Drombane.
Bobby Douglas goes long on the far side of the field. He's in goals for Tooreen. And over on the far side on the 45-yard line, it's just running out of space over there. It's going to be a line ball out for Upperchurch-Drombane. If you're tuning in on radio, we'll do our best to describe the action. If you're watching on TG Card, the camera is on the other side of the field for us. So we are in the Hogan stand side of things. And so if we say far side and you're watching on TV, that's why that is. That line ball has gone long down the line but back out over the sideline. So it is going to be a line ball out now for Tooreen. over on the far side of the field. So Tooreen start with Bobby Douglas in goals, Michael Morley, Stephen Coyne and Connell Hession in the full back line, Joe Boyle, Oisin Greeley and David Kenny in the half back line. Daniel Juan, the captain of this team, number 8, doesn't start. John Cassidy is in place of him, and Sean Kenny wears number 9 beside him. Owen Delaney, Brian Morley and Fergal Boland in the half forward line, and Liam Lavin, Shane Boland and Kenny Feeney round off the Tooreen full forward line. And already their full forward is Shane Boland. He's going to have a go. It's a dangerous ball landing in around the edge of the square. What a catch that is by Keith Ryan, the captain of this team. Fetches that one. Real dangerous ball coming across the edge of the square. The referee is going to stop the play because the Tooreen corner forwards just fell awkwardly there. Kenny Feeney, he was collided in the air by Keith Ryan and the goalkeeper Kieran Short, as they all went for that one ball, dangerously sent across the edge of the square, and it was just a heavy collision. And you can see is there blood coming from the eye of the eyebrow even of the full forward there, Kenny Feeney, number 15. But Keith Ryan, that is just what you want to see from your full-back, King Treacy.
Yeah, he split open. It was Kieran Short was coming out and just right into the back of Keith Ryan on top of Kenny Feeney and just across the head and a little nick on the eye. Very interesting to see the two-man full forward line in operation for Upperchurch-Drombane, and it is Paul Shanahan along with Pat Ryan and Luke Shanahan playing out around the middle of the field as an extra body around there, and he's so comfortable. Has played in defence for the Tipperary under-20s, really good on the ball. So very interesting setup from Liam Dunphy and the Upperchurch-Drombane management.
It is Fionn Delaney coming onto the field as a blood sub momentarily for Kenny Feeney. But what a take that was from Keith Ryan. His older brother Gavin is standing over this indirect free now. He's going to go crossbar height. Paul Shannon is in there, comes off his hand. The ball is on the edge of the square, but the centre back is coming out with this, Oisin Greeley, and he just clears his lines. It's a nice out ball to the centre forward, Brian Morley. He's on a right wing back position as he brings this ball out of defence. Hand passes it forward now as the Mayo men go through the hands. Now send the ball into the full forward line. Keith Ryan out in front of his man, but his man has the ball and plays it back to Owen Delaney. Sends this ball into the full forward line, but it's going to go all the way into goalkeeper Kieran Short, and a nice first touch of the game for him as he sends his out ball to Dean Carew. On this near side now is Conor Fahy down below on his own 45. Sends it long down to the corner. Paul Shannon has to do a big run out to the corner flag, and he's in a foot race over there with Michael Morley. Shanahan has it now. He's stuck right in the corner. He needs options out the field. He looks out the field. Now he pops one short to Aaron Ryan. Loses his footing. Gets the ball back into his possession. Back down on the ground again. Now back in his hands. He's in the corner flag position now. Looking out the field. He's blocked down, and it is going to go out for a line ball to Upperchurch-Drombane, stuck down in that corner flag position, but after 4 minutes it's 1 point to no score. Upperchurch lead here in Croke Park.
Yeah, and by playing the two inside, Paul, it's creating huge space in there for Paul Shanahan and Pat Ryan, and that ball into the corner. Paul Ryan won the foot race with Michael Morley, won the ball off to Aaron Ryan, and now a sideline ball for Luke Shanahan. Luke
Shanahan doesn't get the best connection as he tries to find Pat Ryan, but it could fall back favourably for him. He has it in his hands now. Stuck out on the sideline is Colm Ryan. He's going to have a go. It's heading towards the post. Oh, what a score that is from Colm Ryan on the sideline inside the 14. And Cian Treacy, that's a score he'll be talking about for a long time.
Brilliant score, and it's one of those low percentage ones. You said don't strike it, and Colm Ryan absolutely dissected the post from right on the sideline on the Hogan stand side.
And now the puck out goes long, and Conor Fahy catches it, hand passes it short to Luke Shannon. Luke Shannon sends it long and just to the right and wide. First wide of the day for Upperchurch-Drombane, but what a catch that was from Conor Fahy from that puck out from the goalkeeper Bobby Douglas. So this time Bobby Douglas is going to send it over to the far side, and he's found a brilliant puck out. Bounces into the hands of his centre forward Brian Morley now. He pops it short to number 12, Fergal Boland, one of the talismen of this team. He plays it short down the line towards his brother Shane Boland. The left-handed full forward plays it back out the field now, and another hand pass, one more to open up for Sean Kenny. He's going to have a goal from just inside the 65. That looks good, and it's over the black spot. A brilliant score from Sean Kenny to open the Tooreen account after 5.5 minutes. It's Tooreen 1 point, Upperchurch 2, but well able to work the ball through the hands there, the Tooreen forwards.
Yeah, very, very patient. David Kenny with the hand pass off, and it was Sean Kenny stepped inside off his right and just dropped over the crossbar Kieran Short.
And a heavy challenge goes in there on Mikey Lavery. Just a little bit of a late one there by number 5 Joe Boyle, as the puck out went short to Toby Corbett. He played it short to Mikey Lavery, and he just rode the challenge and was sliced down to the ground just inside their own 65. And that is where Gavin Ryan puts the ball down on the ground now, and he is just about 15 yards in from the sideline on this near side. So he's going to have his chest facing us as he stands over the ball, looking over his left shoulder into an empty Davin stand. all the crowd down below us here in the Hogan stand, and you can hear the horns going, trying to put him off. He gets a really good strike on it. Is it accurate is the next question. The answer is no. It's just to the right and wide. Gavin Ryan, real specialty is those long range frees. This one marginally off the mark.
Yeah, and it can be a hard place to get your bearings as a free taker in Gavin's first time playing here, and just leaked to the right and wide. Sharp puck out now from Tooreen. And
back to the goalkeeper, Bobby Douglas, and he flicks it out to the left corner back. On this occasion is the centre back, Oisin Greeley, as the blue jersey sends this long down the line, and his opposite number, Gavin Ryan, has cut it out, and Gavin Ryan pops it off now to Toby Corbett. He played here with Thurles CBS in the Croke Cup final back in March, as Colm Ryan looks for another point. He got a spectacular one moments ago, but it's a third wide for Upperchurch, and that's one Colm Ryan would definitely have fancied.
It's funny, he got the hard one over on this Hogan stand nearly inside the 14, and that was an easier chance off his left and just to the right and wide. All three wides for Upperchurch to that right hand post.
So Tooreen go 1-2 with the puck out again and spray it out to the corner back. So they've identified the overlap they do have in this full back line, so they're going to play it out, but they've played a really risky crossfield ball that's cut out momentarily by Conor Fahy. Just couldn't get it in his control. And now Tooreen have the spare bodies in around the middle of the field, and one of them is Fergal Boland. He's going to have a go from distance. That one leaks to the right and wide. But you can see, Cian, from those puck outs, they've identified that the 1-2 is there. Back to the goalkeeper, back out to the corner back, and they're able to platform from there.
Yeah, with Luke Shanahan dropping deep, it's leaving that extra player in the back line of Tooreen, and they're working it really well across the line. They've been very patient in possession and trying to hit the right guy. Kevin Feeney comes back onto the field after that blood injury. So
puck out goes long now, down on top of Colm Ryan, bounces off him. It's just in between the 265s, and Colm Ryan has won it back again. Hand passes it back down the field towards number 5, Niall Grant. He's under a lot of pressure, puts the ball back in his hurley. Now it's 1v1 on the inside forward line. It's Pat Ryan against the cornerback Conal Hessian. Pat Ryan has it now, fakes one way, fakes the other, gets it onto his right, shoots it across the face, the goals and wide, under an awful lot of pressure by an extra defender, as he was just swiping that ball off his hurley into the air, and it's gone across the face to goal. But 4 early wides here, Cian, after 8.5 minutes. It's 2 points to 1 to Upperchurch.
Enough start. Great ball from Niall Grant, perfect ball in front of the forward, and just brilliant pressure from that Tooreen backline.
Good defending there by Toby Corbett, knocks the puck out to the ground, but it's there to be won, and Gavin Ryan throws himself into that. It was actually a free given against him. Yeah, it was Gavin Ryan who just went full-blooded into that ruck ball on the ground, and referee Cayman Flynn felt that was unnecessary. Sean Kenny is the injured party. He's the man that got that point for Tooreen, but it is going to be a free in now for the Mayo champions, and it's going to be a first free of the day, and it looks like Sean Kenny might be the one deputised with taking this himself.
Yeah, and it was just Gavin Ryan. He just came right through the ruck and head high on Sean Kenny, and it gives Sean himself a chance from halfway between the 45 and 65, about 15 paces in from the Hogan stand side. Well,
we mentioned the Tooreen being a very heritage hurling club. Upperchurch-Drombane have the more dual players in this on this field here today. Of course, a lot of the Upperchurch lads playing with their senior footballers who made it to the semi-final in Tipperary in 2025. Tooreen just have 5 dual players, so this is a hurling team, and they're looking to level the game here. 9.5 minutes gone in Croke Park. Sean Kenny now, one of 8 players to play for Mayo in the Nicky Rackard Cup final here in Croke Park against Roscommon earlier in 2025, but he's just pulled that effort across on this near side and wide at the near post, so let off there for Upperchurch, Cian.
Yeah, let off, and again, just trying to get your bearings hitting frees is quite difficult at Croke Park.
Puck out goes short, and Dean Cruz sends it long. He's looking for Mikey Griffin. He can't get anything on it though, and it's gone out for a line ball out for Tooreen, just inside their own 21. They're going to play it short back the line now, and it might go back to the goalkeeper, and it is going to go back to the goalkeeper. Actually, it's going to skip him, and Tooreen have an overlap there, and it's back to the goalkeeper now, Bobby Douglas, who's going to be able to bring this ball out to the 45. He's now crossed the 45, and he's going to open up his shoulders and try and send this. He's got a really good strike. It's going to go to the edge of the square. Keith Ryan loses his footing. The ball is still in there. Tooreen have players in there, and it's just flicked out to the side there by number 13, Liam Lavin. But Upperchurch have won it back through Keith Ryan. He hand passes it forward towards Niall Grant. Inside the football arc, Niall Grant sends it long, down on top of Mikey Griffin. It's 2v1, but Mikey Griffin with a brilliant snap. He sends this high into the Davin stand, and what a score that is for Mikey Griffin. 2 men on him. He soars into the sky, catches it with the left hand, and off his left side puts it over the bar. What a score, Cian Treacy.
That is a super score. It was just a hit and hope ball. It was Niall Grant down between 2 defenders and Mikey Griffin. He soared up and off his left hand side nailed an absolute beauty for Upperchurch-Drombane. 3 points to 1.
Colin Ryan gets on another breaking ball and he plays it off to Luke Shannon, the free taker. Haven't seen much from play yet here today. Gets it off to Gavin Ryan, pops it back to Luke Shannon. It looks like there might have been a third man tackle there, and well spotted by referee Cayman Flynn. So it is going to give Luke Shannon a chance to open his account or get his first shot on the goals here in Croke Park after 11 and a half minutes. 3 points to 1, and Upperchurch with the chance now to extend the lead to 3. Central position just inside the 65. It is Luke Shannon. He's got those bright blue boots on, and he's got the yellow helmet with the black and amber jersey. Number 15 on his back. He stands directly behind. It sounds like the 2010 Soccer World Cup down below us here with vuvuzelas and everything. But Luke Shannon will try and zone all of that out and focus on his task here. Central position, first free of the day, about 64 metres from goals. Gets a good confident strike on it. Umpires have a look. Umpires like it. And great start by Luke Shannon. Dead ball is going to be so important here today, Cian.
Massive, and he's a brilliant dead ball striker. Brilliant first free. He won it himself. Was that third man tackle from Brian Morley on him, and good start for Upperchurch. 4 points to 1, 12 minutes gone.
Oh, and a loose ball out there by Bobby Douglas, the goalkeeper, as they did the 1-2 short puck out again. And as he went out to the corner back position, it was just a loose pass. And now Upperchurch have pounced on it. And here's Conor Fahy. Conor Fahy looking to punish. Conor Fahy, is it going to hold its line? The answer is no. It's just gone to the right and wide. Conor Fahy, so much pace and explosiveness, but just didn't have the finesse there to put that one over the bar. But Upperchurch looks like they might be getting to grips with this puck out strategy a little bit.
Yeah, they were. Big turnover from Conor Fahy, but he should have struck it straight away. He drove into trouble and to the right and wide again, and that's all 5 of Upperchurch's wides are on that right post.
And the puck out goes long now, and it breaks in behind towards Tooreen, and it's number 11 Brian Morley. He's going to have a go at the post, and he is going to hit that wide. It broke favourably for him. He couldn't get it into his possession off the ground on first time of asking. That narrowed the chance of scoring and narrowed the angle, and his shot went wide. But the puck out has been intercepted by Tooreen on the 45 central position. They're going to have a strike, and that's going to go into the graceful hands of Cian Short, the goalkeeper for Upperchurch. He gets it. He drives it long, looking for space in front of Mikey Griffin. Goes up with the hand. Ball breaks down to the ground, and it's coming out as Tooreen's number 5, Joe Boyle. His hand pass away into the middle of the field to Sean Kenny. Sean Kenny runs into a wall of Upperchurch jerseys, and he's been overturned now, and just trying to get it off the surface there is Luke Shannon. Has he been pushed? No, says the referee, but there's someone lying on the ball there, so referee is going to throw it in. That was our first real look at the Upperchurch dogging this in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Paul. The work rate of this Upperchurch team has been a hallmark all year, and again we see it there. Such pressure on Tooreen every time they're in possession. It
looks like Luke Shannon has a malfunction with his helmet strap there, so he's just trying to fix that as the referee is going to throw the ball in. And it's he's back up on his feet now. It looks like he's going to be able to continue. Yeah, the helmet is sorted and the ball is thrown in, and Luke Shannon almost gets on it straight away. Instead it's Cassidy of Tooreen to get on it. He leaves it behind him, and here's Paul Shanahan now. Does really well to get through a couple of tackles, pops a hand pass off to Luke Shannon, and he goes back to Gavin Ryan. Good control from Gavin Ryan, sends it into the full forward line. Touched by Mikey Griffin as he battles with the centre back for possession. It's flicked out to the side. John Cassidy wins it. He's fouled by Paul Shanahan, and it's a free out for Tooreen on their own 45. Their goalkeeper Bobby Douglas fancies a crack at this. He's going to come out and take it. But 14 and a half minutes gone. Upperchurch-Drombane 4 points, Tooreen 1. And I think if you offered Liam Dunphy and co that at the 15 minutes ago, they definitely would have taken it, Cian.
They'd be delighted when you look at Tooreen scores throughout the year. Sweepers operating on both sides. Gavin Ryan is freed up at every opportunity for Upperchurch, and it's Michael Morey who's free for Tooreen.
Oh, what a ball that is by the goalkeeper Douglas, and he finds the full forward Shane Boland. He's brilliantly blocked down though by Dean Carew, and Dean Carew is in for another crack as Boland is forced to hand pass it back out the field towards Liam Lavin. He scored a goal in the 2023 final against Monaleen. This time he has to go back out the field to Sean Kenny. They open it up to number 5 Joe Boyle, and his shot is going to creep in, and that is a brilliant score from Tooreen. And again, Cian, so composed, willing to make the extra pass and open it up to the man in the better position.
Yeah, unbelievably patient play with Shane Boland initially. He gave it back out, and they just recycled the ball all the way out, and a brilliant score from Joe Boyle for a finish, but really composed play from Tooreen.
Cian Short now goes long with this puck out. He's looking for big Paul Shannon, but it's snapped over his head by Joe Boyle, the man who just scored that point. And now Tooreen Tooreen have opened up a bit of space, but it's blocked down there by Toby Corbett, and Paul Shannon is trying to get back onto the breaking ball, and he does so, gets it off to Aaron Ryan. Aaron Ryan has it flicked off his hurley by his absent number 9, Sean Kenny, but Upperchurch have won it back through Diarmuid Grant in the middle of the field. Diarmuid Grant now just trying to get it off the surface. Toby Corbett has won it, turns back into trouble under pressure, just has to flicks it away to a Tooreen man, and it's David Kenny, the wing back, right down beneath us. Hand passed it high into the middle of the field to Sean Kenny, back to John Castley. He's under pressure, he's blocked down by Conor Fahy. Luke Shanahan has it now, tries to spin out of a couple of tackles, but there's 3 men on him, and one of them is number 7, David Kenny. It's back and forth. Tooreen have won it back, Upperchurch have won it back. Upperchurch have it now. Aaron Ryan, he loses it. Tooreen have it back in the middle of the field. Now it's back to Upperchurch. Colin Ryan, Aaron Ryan from the sideline mishits it completely, and it's going to dribble out wide. Cian, if you're commending Upperchurch-Drombane's work rate, Tooreen are just as dogged out there.
It is some war zone, Paul, out around the middle of the field. It's just tit for tat. Both sides turned over possession several times in that passage of play, and eventually it was Aaron Ryan, who's usually laser accurate, and he just totally misses a shot for the 6 wide for Upperchurch in this game.
So it's 6 wides playing 3, but the scoreboard reads 4 points to 2 with 17 minutes gone. Upperchurch-Drombane in the lead by 2. Just running over the ball on the far side of the field is Liam Lavin. Brilliant defending over there by Mikey Lavery, and out he comes there. And it's Dean Carew, was it, over there, who sends a lovely ball into the full forward line to Pat Ryan. He's got 2 men on him though, and he's under a lot of pressure in there. It was a numbers game. He got the first touch on the ball but just couldn't beat the 2 men, and out comes Tooreen with the ball through their number 12. Gets a nice little flick out to Stephen Coyne, the fullback, who's up to the 65. Plays a hand pass off, but just taking his eye off the ball momentarily was centre forward Brian Morley. Ball drops to the ground and Upperchurch have won it back. Here's Toby Corbett. He's sending it long. It's another hopeful ball towards Pat Ryan, who does unbelievably well to touch that out in front of his man. He's got no support, so he's going to have to try do it on his own. This will be some score by Pat Ryan. What a score that is by the Upperchurch-Drombane corner forward, all on his own. 2 men on him, 1 touch over the head into his hands off the back foot. Cian Treacy, what a score.
That's Owen Kelly-esque. It's Toby Corbett with the ball, but what a touch out of the air from Pat Ryan. He swiveled right, he swiveled left, and off his left from the Hogan stand side, nailed it through the middle of the post. Brilliant score from Pat Ryan for Upperchurch.
And now through the hands again go Tooreen from the short puck out up to number 2 in the middle of the field. He plays a disguised hand pass, a lovely little step there by Fergal Boland. He tries to get past his opposite number, Paul Shanahan, and he's caught the ball 3 times. So there's Upperchurch-Drombane's work rate paying dividends again. And Cian, if you're going to get anything from this Upperchurch team, particularly those warriors in that middle third, it's just pure work rate.
Yeah, unbelievable work rate, heart, determination, all the things that we associate with Upperchurch-Drombane. But their hurling is really slick too, and I think their hurling just looks slightly better than Tooreen. Tooreen a little bit ponderous in possession, but any time the ball from either team is brought into contact, it's almost always turned over, Paul.
So here is Gavin Ryan, central position, just about 5 yards inside the 65, his own 65, looking towards the Davin stand. He gets a big strike on this. Umpires like the look of it, and so do the Upperchurch crowd, because Gavin Ryan has split the post at the Davin stand end, and it's 2 quick points in a row for Upperchurch-Drombane. 19 minutes gone. The scoreboard reads Tooreen 2 points, Upperchurch 6.
And Gavin has found his range there, took one just to settle him, but brilliant free from long range and nailed it as he has all year.
Puck out, goes short back to the goalkeeper, back out to the corner forward, and then sent long, but is sent long towards Dean Carew, and Dean Carew has knocked that to the ground away from Liam Lavin, and now the ball is stuck on the ground just inside the Upperchurch 45, right where Jason Ford got that point against Kilkenny in the All-Ireland semi-final, exactly that spot. But here's Keith Ryan coming out with the ball now for Upperchurch-Drombane, and passes it to the older brother Gavin. Gavin now is fouled high, he's playing with an advantage, and it's going to come back for the advantage, but that access there of Keith Ryan and Gavin Ryan is about as solid comes, Cian.
Yeah, brilliant defensive effort so far from Upperchurch, as we've seen in all the games. Dean Carew outstanding, came out, won the ball, first touch out to Gavin, and he's just trying to break the tackle every time. He's fouled high by Brian Morley, and it gives him another chance just about 15 paces in from his own 65.
So 20 minutes gone. I hope you're enjoying our coverage here on Tipp FM, is with thanks to Mother Hubbards Family Restaurant on the Old Cork Road in Cashel. And we say hello to listeners Tom and Vera Ahern listening as always in Castle Crana. Hope you're enjoying the action here live from Croke Park. Here is Gavin Ryan now, just outside his own 45, striking this towards the Davin stand again, and it's straight over the bar once more for Gavin Ryan. A really, really big strike by the centre back, and it's the biggest lead of the day now for Upperchurch, 7 points to 2.
Yeah, big leadership from Gavin Ryan again, absolutely nailed it, and with a mean defence like Upperchurch-Drombane have, it's going to be hard for Tooreen to get scores, and 5 points is a big lead when facing this Upperchurch side.
Michael Morley now, the cornerback, has this. He hand passed it forward, but again the work right there of Aaron Ryan. He flicks it to the ground, and now it's a bit 6s and 7s back there at the minute for the Tooreen defenders as that play breaks down, and Luke Shannon has won it. Oh, a lovely dummy by Luke Shannon. He sold his man so bad that his man ran into the referee, and the ball has been sent over the bar by Luke Shannon. Well, that is a dummy for the ages. He threw up a dummy on his left hand side. His man came soaring in to try and block him. Luke Shannon wasn't there anymore, the referee was. He runs over the referee, takes him to the ground, and it's sent over the bar by Luke Shannon. And now number 2, Michael Morley, is actually after coming off worse for wear after colliding with the referee, Cayman Flynn. So the physio is just coming in to have a quick look at him, and it looks like maybe his hamstring he's holding there, but Luke Shannon put a bit of a move on him.
He did brilliantly well, Luke Shannon. He won the ruck ball, just came out, threw it up, and Stephen Coyne bought a hook, line and sinker and nailed it off his left, and this 6 point lead. But the big difference between the sides is the hurling ability of Upperchurch-Drombane. They're just so slick on the ball, and they look at a different level so far to Tooreen.
Well, here comes their captain. It was Stephen Coyne who got bought the dummy, but it was Michael Morley who's have to go off. He's the man holding his hamstring, so he's being replaced by the captain, Daniel Hoon.
Yeah, and Hoon had struggled with a shoulder injury. He only came on at half time in the semi-final against Carrick Moore, so big addition to this team. Again, another guy who played here in the Nicky Racker Cup final. Yeah,
so huge experience. He's a big player coming on for them now. It's just a matter of whether he'd be able to last the 60 minutes. Well, he's going to have to last at least 38, as there's 22 minutes gone here in this first half. But here's Colin Ryan in the middle of the field for Upperchurch. He's going to send one long into a bit of space now, and there's a real foot race out there. It's just going to beat Mikey Griffin, and the centre back Oisín Greeley comes out brilliantly. Ball on his hurley now as he crosses the 65, striking with his left. It's a dangerous ball into the full forward line. Kieran Short's going to have to come a long way from home, and he done so well there, because the full forward had ghosted in behind the defence, and Kieran Short had to come 12 yards from his goal line to flick that out to Keith Ryan. And now Upperchurch launch another attack, but it's straight into the possession of the Tooreen cornerback Conall Hession, just inside his own 45. Here's the wing back Joe Boyle as they go short. Now between the two 65s is Sean Kenny. He scored one from the same spot earlier in the half. That one was just not a good strike at all. It was way off to the right and wide, and taking the puck out quickly is Kieran Short. On the edge of the D is Niall Grant, and he's blocked down. He needs to be careful now as Tooreen have won it back through Boland. Shane Boland now looking to strike this, and it is not going to go over the bar. It's just going to stop on the crossbar, and Kieran Short, the goalkeeper, knocks it to the ground, and now he's going to send that long. Another let off for Upperchurch-Drombane, looking for Paul Shannon. He goes up with a hand, it breaks down now. Ball on the ground. Paul Shannon does really well to get it off the surface. He's surveying his options now. He's looking, he throws up a lovely dummy now. Ball back on his hurley. He's looking for options, and he's been pulled down, has he? That is brilliant work from Paul Shannon, fouled by David Kenny. He had to throw up a number of dummies to get away from the defenders. He was eventually tripped up from behind, and that is brilliant work rate from a man who's having a fine game out there.
Yeah, Paul Shannon did really well. He made David Kenny buy that foul, and it gives another chance here for Luke Shanahan. Now 10 paces in from the Hogan stand side, but Upperchurch, they're mixing their play really well. They're going short at times, and when they go long, they have the likes of Paul Shanahan and Pat Ryan as real focal points to their attack, so they're able to go both ways, and it's causing Tooreen massive issues.
And here is Luke Shannon, halfway between the 45 and 21, and he's about 15 yards in from the sideline. So a bit of an angle on this one. And he struck that really well and really accurately over the bar. Luke Shannon with his third point as he capitalises on the free won by his older brother Paul. So 24 and a half minutes gone, 9 points to 2 now, Upperchurch lead. It's a 7-point advantage for the Tipperary champions. Puck out goes short, back to the goalkeeper, back out to the far corner back this time. And over on that far side of the field, bringing it forward is Conall Hession, the number 4. Sends a nice ball towards Liam Lavin, the corner forward. He has it in his possession now. turns onto his left hand side, and he's hooked brilliantly by Aaron Ryan, but the ball still flies into the full forward line, and it's there for the Upperchurch defenders, and Niall Grant has it now. He runs himself into a bit of trouble, but does well to just send that ball long and get it as far away from danger as possible. Up goes Mikey Griffin, it breaks in behind him, and it's the two number 12s battling for possession, and it's the number 12 of Tooreen, Fergal Boland, who gets that, sprays it out to the far side of the field to number 7. He plays it in field to the centre forward Brian Morley, and back it goes one more. A lovely little sidestep by Kenny Feeney, the man who went off with the blood sub. He gives another hand pass, but Upperchurch have quelled the danger momentarily, and now it's Kenny Feeney going to have a goal from outside the 45. Hits this high and across the face of the goals and wide, and that's the kind of play, Cian, that I'd say Liam Dunphy, James McGrath and co will be very happy with. There's a few chances there for Tooreen to have a pop, but they were forced back, and it was a poor shot for a finish.
Yeah, and their build-up play is very slow, Paul, and ponderous, and it's side to side and little hand passes, whereas Upperchurch is just get the ball, break the tackle and try and deliver, or get a man off the shoulder, and hurling way slicker and at way better tempo.
Oh, it's again Paul Shannon, the target of that puck out. He knocks it to the ground, and now he has a bit of help there, as there's a few bodies on the ground flicking away at the ball, and it's play on, says the referee, and it's a Tooreen man who gets it, and he's fouled, and that's the fullback Stephen Coyne. But Paul Shannon showed really well for that ball, but just too many bodies around him, and it is going to be a free out, and goalkeeper Bobby Douglas is going to come and have a crack at this. He's going to be about a yard inside his own 65 and just about 4 or 5 yards in from the sideline on this near side. So white goalkeeper jersey on, he's got a white body warmer underneath the jersey, number 1 on his back. He's got a red and blue helmet, is it? It's red on the top, maybe blue on the sides, as I'm looking at it from up here. And he's flicking his hurley now, standing directly over the ball. His left boot right beside the slitter now. He's almost got his back to the goals he's aiming at as he lifts and he strikes, as he tries to pull across this, and he's done really well, and that's a monster score by Bobby Douglas. Just a third point to this first half for Tooreen. But that is a well-needed score for the Mayo champions, and a brilliant strike from Bobby Douglas. Yeah, and it's been a long time since they've scored. It's a guts of 15-16 minutes since they scored, and big score. He scored in the Nicky Rackard final for Mayo as well, so inspirational score from their goalkeeper. Oh, puck out goes long, and it went in towards the fullback, who just took a heavy touch, and it's still there for Pat Ryan to try and work with, but Pat Ryan has been tasked with a very difficult job. There's 2 men on him anytime the ball is near him, and the numbers advantage wins once more as they play it back to the goalkeeper Bobby Douglas, as he finds a lovely out ball now to the far his own 65 where Joe Boyle is. Joe Boyle just struggles to get it into his possession on first time of asking, but he has it now. Plays it back to his opposite wing back David Kenny. He plays it short down the line towards Sean Kenny, and they've played a lot of passes but not haven't made much ground, and now there's the pass to open things up towards Owen Delaney, another Mayo forward. He hits this high and he hits that over the bar. That's 2 quick points for Tooreen, and it's a big score for Owen Delaney. 9 points to 4. 28 minutes gone here in Croke Park. Yeah, and this time the slow build-up play paid dividends. It was Brian Morley with a ball inside. Lovely ball into Owen Delaney, and off his left, nailed it over the bar. And he gave a huge fist bump back the field to the rest of the players. 2 quick points for Tooreen now. Let's see if Upperchurch can respond. Short with the puck out towards the right wing back. It's Toby Corbett now. He hand passed it infield to Gavin Ryan, and Gavin Ryan goes all the way back to Keith Ryan, and Keith Ryan now is going to play it back to goalkeeper Kieran Short. Kieran Short now going to play it back to Keith Ryan. Borderline messing going on here, but they've opened it up now for Keith Ryan, as he's going to open up his shoulders and send this long down the field, looking for Paul Shannon and Conor Fahy, and they both go up for the one ball. It comes off Paul Shannon's right hand and out over the sideline, and it's one-dimensional enough, Cian, from Upperchurch in terms of ball delivery here. The last couple of minutes it is, Paul. They're really trying to go along. They're trying to isolate that right corner forward position where predominantly it's Paul Shannon who's coming out. A little bit of messing across the back line. Usually you do that to try and open up the space at the Cusack stand side, but this time they just lumped it down, and Tooreen used the sideline as an extra defender nearly there. And now the line ball goes short, and now there's a lot of bodies around this, and one of them is Luke Shannon. He wins it. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee, and he plays it down the line looking for Pat Ryan. It's come off the hurley of cornerback Conal Hession, and Pat Ryan, I'd say, he's been waiting for this moment. He's a good taker of line balls. He's scored a couple in the championship, and can he get one here in Croke Park? He's just inside the 45. He's a real no-nonsense style of taking a line ball. He doesn't stand over it all too long. We're going to have 2 additional minutes. So here's Pat Ryan. Gets a good cut on it. Is it going to curl enough? Is it going to curl enough? It does curl enough. Pat Ryan gets the sideline up in Croke Park. He scored 2 points here today, and they've both been absolutely spectacular. 10 points to 4. What a skill, what a score.
And in his garden growing up in Upperchurch-Drombane, he's been dreaming of hitting a line ball in Croke Park, and what a dream to absolutely nail it with your first one.
Puck out goes long from Tooreen, and it's in towards that number 10 again, Owen Delaney, and he's got his second score in quick succession, and that was as simple as the score can get. Long puck out down to the centre forward. He catches it, over the bar it goes. 10 points playing 5. Feel like we don't want the game to go to half time because it's really starting to open up now, Cian.
It is, and I think that's what Ray Larkin, the manager, Tooreen, will be saying. We can go more direct, and that was a simple score. They're overcomplicating it at times.
And now Gavin Ryan does well to get a little block, but the ball still goes forward now towards number 13, Liam Lavin. He plays it back to Sean Kenny on his left hand side. He's going to have a go from the 65. It has the distance, it has the accuracy, and Sean Kenny gets his second point of this first half. And Tooreen answer back with 2 quick fire points now. It's Tooreen 6, Upperchurch-Drombane 10, 30 minutes, 40 seconds gone. We've a minute and a half to go before referee Cayman Flynn blows the half-time whistle.
And both teams starting to find their feet. Liam Lavin, lovely recycled ball back out. Sean Kenny off his left, he nailed it for a second point from playing this game.
It's starting to open up, and I don't know if that's to Upperchurch-Drombane's favour, as a shot from distance comes from Joe Boyle. He gets a big strike, and it's going to go just over the crossbar. Everything Tooreen touches turning to scores here in these last 2 minutes, and it's a 3-point game all of a sudden, 10 points to 7.
Yeah, and it's Joe Boyle's second, and Juan was really influential in it. He popped it off to him, and it was a Hail Mary effort, but the prayers were answered, and it landed over the crossbar here on shore.
Puck out goes long to Conor Fahey. He just couldn't secure possession though, and it's number 12 Fergal Boland who's won it back, and now he sends it into the full forward line, and it's Shane Boland. He's won it, gives the hand pass off now, and now Shane Boland is going to have a go himself back to Fergal Boland. Fergal Boland, what a score that is from Tooreen, and all of a sudden Upperchurch need the half-time whistle more than anything, Cian. It's 10 points to 8 now.
Yeah, it's an incredible turnaround in this game. A lovely score by Fergal Boland off his right, interplay there with his brother Shane. But it's a total dramatic change in the whole flow of this game. It was all Upperchurch, 6-7 points in the lead, and Tooreen are after storming into it here, Paul.
31 minutes 57 seconds gone. Puck out goes long. Conor Fahey again gets his hand to it but can't retain possession, but Aaron Ryan is going to get it now. He's on the sideline. Is he being held? Has he been fouled? No, says the referee. He's taken too many steps, and it is going to be a free out, and it's going to be a free out to Tooreen, and it's just the last 5 minutes, Cian. Nothing is going Upperchurch's way, and you can feel it up here in the stand. There's a wave of momentum behind Tooreen.
And there seems to be a huge Tooreen crowd. There's a huge Upperchurch crowd, but massive Tooreen crowd, and there's some roar there for that free. And they have free men all over the field. All
over the field, and one of them is Joe Boyle. He's going to have a go again, and he sends it high over the black spot. This is the purple patch of all purple patches here for Tooreen. They've got 5 points in about 4 minutes, and it's 10 points to 9 Upperchurch lead, and the referee has blown the half-time whistle. And Cian, I'd say the Upperchurch lads are dizzy running down that sideline, because it's been a whirlwind in the last 5 minutes.
It's been an absolute whirlwind. It's the only way. The Tooreen lads are jumping up into the stand, they're fist pumping up to the crowd, rising the crowd. Upperchurch are trudging off the field. It's been a massive turnaround in the last 5 minutes or so, led by Joe Boyle. He's after nailing 3 unbelievable long range points. Sean Kenny, Juan coming onto the field have been massive game changers for them, and this is going to be some second half. But my God, what a change it has been in these last 5-6 minutes. Upperchurch absolutely bossed the game up to that period, up to about 25 minutes. All over the field they were dominant. Their pace of hurling, their intensity and their tackling, absolutely superb. 2 of the best points I've seen in a long time from Pat Ryan, 1 from play and 1 from a line ball. Luke Shanahan, a real outlet for them, or Paul Shanahan, a real outlet, and really dominant at the back with Keith Ryan and Gavin Ryan. But as Yates said, all changed utterly in the last number of minutes.
Unbelievable stuff. 10 points to 9. It's hard to believe, but Upperchurch still lead the game. So they go down 10 points to 9 in the lead. 1 point lead for Upperchurch-Drombane at the halfway stage of this All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. I think we all need to take our breath after that, never mind the players down there. So we're going to step away for a quick ad break here in Croke Park, but we have a lot to analyse in the halftime analysis, which is coming up just after these. And you're very welcome back to Croke Park. Paul Carroll with Cian Treacy alongside me, and it is half-time of the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. Upperchurch-Drombane taking on Tooreen. The half-time scoreline reads Upperchurch-Drombane 10 points, Tooreen 9. But Cian, we all had to nearly stand up there, just take a few deep breaths after those last 6 or 7 minutes from Tooreen. You felt Upperchurch were almost cantering through the game. They had a 7-point lead, and it was kind of almost at their ease in a way, and then suddenly Tooreen just hit this purple patch, and everything they did went well, and everything shot they hit went over the bar. A few long rangers from Joe Boyle and Sean Kenny. Owen Delaney started getting a few scores, a long ranger from the goalkeeper Bobby Douglas, and it was pretty much one-way traffic there, and it was all Tooreen just before the half-time whistle. So it's a completely different complexion on this game now as the teams are down below us in the dressing rooms.
It is, and
Oh, sorry, I didn't turn on your microphone, Cian.
thanks, Paul. It is, and look, it's a great time for this to happen, as Liam Dunphy and John Quinn, James McGrath, they have a chance now to really regroup, and Tooreen were coming with massive momentum and wouldn't have wanted that first half to end. Upperchurch seemed to retreat a small bit in the last number of minutes, and when they had that 5, 6, 7 point lead, I think they were just trying to solidify their position in the match and just try to get through to half time. And in Croke Park against a team like Tooreen, you do that at your peril, and they've really made them pay in the last number of minutes. And it has to be said that an awful lot of the Tooreen scores were, we're going to call them Hail Mary efforts. They were long rangers that went over the crossbar that another day might go wide. I think Upperchurch-Drombane will regret in their purple patch when they really had Tooreen on the ropes. They hit a couple of really relatively easy wides, and I think Conor Fahy's one running through where 9 times out of 10 he'll nail it. Colin Ryan missed one off his left that he'd really fancy getting. Another one Pat Ryan had off his left that he got 2 harder ones, and I just think when you're in the ascendancy in an All-Ireland final and you have your purple patch, you need to nail every opportunity you get, and I think Upperchurch will rue those 6-7 wides in that first half, but it's all set up now, Paul, for an absolute rip-roaring second half. It looked like it was going to be, as you mentioned, a little bit of a canter for Upperchurch-Drombane, that they were going to win it at their ease and on their own terms, but unfortunately they don't give out All-Ireland medals easily, and that's been proven here again today.
Yeah, you could just ask the Killidangan lads of 2005 about that, about how they won it on that day with the 2 late goals. So Upperchurch-Drombane are in the lead here, that is to be remembered, but it's just a proper whirlwind of Tooreen tour de force there before half-time. Literally just a whirlwind of scores and blocks and hooks and long-range shots going over the bar, and just teardrops going over the bar, just dropping over the crossbar, and it's been that kind of half, but it has been a brilliant first half of action here, and it sets up for a massive second half here in Croke Park. It's a real calm evening here. We're expecting it to be a little bit colder up here on level 7. Thankfully it's not, and it is ideal conditions for this second half to come. We're going to take a quick ad break. I know you're not going to go anywhere, and we'll be back just after these. And you're welcome back to Croke Park here. Paul Carroll with Cian Treacy alongside me, and we await the second half of the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. Upperchurch-Drombane taking on Mayo's Tooreen, and it is Upperchurch with a 1 point lead at the halfway stage. 10 points to 9 is the half-time score. Cian, I can only imagine what the dressing rooms are like beneath us here at the minute. You have Upperchurch-Drombane, Liam Dunphy, James McGrath and co trying to rally the troops after that last 5 minutes of the first half, and then for Tooreen, they're on their own journey here. They've won 6 of the last 8 Connacht Intermediate Club Hurling titles. They've been here in a final 3 years ago, beaten by 2 points against Monaleen. They were beaten in an All-Ireland semi-final by 2 points against Cashel Lions. They've felt this day has been so close, and they find themselves 1 point down at the halfway stage. I can only imagine the 2 dressing rooms down below us now. The hairs will be rising on the back of your neck.
Yeah, and 2 contrasting emotions for both management teams. Upperchurch-Drombane, while being a point up, will feel nearly like they're behind going in at half time. It was incredible from Tooreen. 5 points in the last 3 minutes of the half, 5 in a row with no response, to go from 6 down to 1 down, and they'll really have a spring in their step. But I think Upperchurch half time came at the right time. I'm sure the boys are setting the ship, and they'll be looking just to gain a foothold in the second half and get the first score of the second half and just re-establish their position within the game.
And it looked like Paddy Phelan might have been doing a bit of a warm-up there on the sideline before going down the tunnel at half-time, so interesting to see will he be introduced at some stage, but you'd have to feel that he surely will. So it'll be really interesting to see what we see from Upperchurch in these first 5 minutes, because they'll feel like they need to respond now to that as they come out onto the field. We'll let you know of any changes if we see them, but out comes Upperchurch-Drombane as Let's Dance plays out here in Croke Park. Huge second half to come, no half-time changes on either side.
Yeah, and it often takes a lot for the team coming back. It takes a huge amount of energy to come back into the game. So I think this first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be really intriguing to see. Do Tooreen take that momentum and run with it, or do Upperchurch wrestle it back from them and get on top again? Because when it comes to a hurling game, as we mentioned, there's only going to be one winner, but it's the running of Tooreen. When they break that initial tackle, they seem to have free players everywhere.
So let's see what happens here. 30 minutes of All-Ireland final action to come here on Tipp FM, and it's all with thanks to Mother Hubbards Family Restaurant on the Old Cork Road in Cashel. Here we go. Cayman Flynn bounces the ball into between the players in the middle of the field, and a foot race is on to try and get onto the end of it, and Tooreen have gone onto it. They're playing from left to right. Upperchurch playing in towards the Hill 16 end, and it's Tooreen taking a shot from distance to start the second half, and they've started the second half like how they ended the first, and it sailed over the bar. That looked like it was Kenny Feeney who sent that ball over, and we're level just like that, 10 points apiece.
And brilliant play from Fergal Boland, the Mayo senior footballer, and he popped it off to Feeney. He was in acres of space and just nailed a stand-up shot, no one near him.
And now this puck out goes long, and getting onto the breaking ball there was number 8, Daniel Juan, and there's been a collision of bodies off the ball there. Everyone's okay as that ball is sent into the full forward line, and trying to bat it down there was Mikey Lavery, but breaking in behind is Shane Boland, the full forward for Tooreen. He's forced back out to the sideline though on the 21. Looks out towards the end of the edge of the football arc, and it's there now for the centre forward Brian Morley, falling to the ground. He gets a hand pass away. Losing possession there was Fergal Boland, flicks it back out the field as it has got a little bit colder here as the handling has just dropped in standards momentarily as Colin Ryan tries to get onto that breaking ball, and it's Aaron Ryan now. He breaks through a couple of tackles, gets a hand pass back to Colin Ryan. Colin Ryan looking for a hand pass, gets it off now short to Diarmuid Grant. He's forced backwards though to Dean Carew. Dean Carew looks to run through 2 tackles and then throws up a very dangerous ball, and it could be a chance for Tooreen to take the lead, and it's high into the sky and it's over the bar for Fergal Boland, and it was just pure pressure from the Tooreen forwards, forced Dean Carew into a mistake, and just like that Upperchurch find themselves a point down. Yeah,
and the feel in the game that you can feel from here in the Hogan stand is that they're in big trouble. It feels like Tooreen have all the momentum. They're forced them back at every moment. It's early stages, but Upperchurch need something to settle them into the second half.
You feel like they need a moment, they need something. They haven't been able to get possession in the other side of the field at all here in the last 10 minutes of play. Tooreen have it again through their fullback Stephen Coyne. Plays it out to the wing forward position towards Owen Delaney. Delaney now gets through a couple of tackles. He's still going, gets it off the ground and back into his hands and back to Joe Boyle now. He scored 3 points here today. Plays it forward now and going through the hands, and suddenly this Tooreen team look completely different. Back to Feeney now. He's going back out the field. He's under pressure and he gives a hand pass away to no one, but it has worked out favourably for him as he gets it back in his possession. He's a real kind of street baller, is number 15 Kenny Feeney, but Owen Delaney's going to have a crack from the sideline, and he's got his 3rd point of the game, and everything Tooreen are hitting is going over the bar. It's another massive score for Tooreen. 32 and a half minutes gone, 12 points to 10.
And it looked like they'd given it away, but it was Joe Boylan was recycled all the way back to Owen Delaney from under the Cusack stand. It was an incredible score off his left. That's 3 from play for him. And
now Upperchurch have sent Paul Shannon back into the full forward line. Looked like he might have got a push in the back there, but play on, says the referee, and out comes Tooreen, and it's a high challenge there on Oisin Greeley, and it is going to be a free out. And 3 minutes into the second half, it's 12 points to 10, and it's Tooreen in the lead by 2 points, and Upperchurch just can't secure any sort of possession whatsoever.
No, and it's just an incredible transformation in the whole flow of the game and the feel of the game, and everything starts going against you. It looked like it may have been a free on Paul Ryan or on Paul Shanahan inside, pushing the back, and there's a yellow for Pat Ryan inside, and all these little mini moments are all going against Upperchurch-Drombane at the moment. And you mentioned it, Paul, it just feels like they need something big, be that a big score from long range or a goal, just something to really wrestle this momentum back.
And now a long ball sent from Bobby Douglas, the goalkeeper, looking for the half forward line, the full forward line of Liam Lavin. And out into that ball first was Dean Carew. He just flicks it away momentarily, but the ball is still there over on that far side of the field, out on the sideline. Both sets of players rucking for the ball. Linesman doesn't look all too sure, and he's given it to Tooreen. The Upperchurch lads around that, Diarmuid Grant and a few more, aren't happy whatsoever, but it is going to be a line ball in for Tooreen, and they're just about 10 yards outside the 21 yard line over on the far side of the field. And it looks like that's Owen Delaney coming out to take this. He's got 3 brilliant points here, looking to get a 4th.
Upperchurch playing really deep, only 4 forwards at the moment. Colin Ryan situating the half forward line with Mikey Griffin, and then Pat Ryan and Paul Shanahan inside, and it just feels like they're very deep and they're drawing Tooreen on him.
So here is Delaney, gets a good cut on that, but it is going to be wide at the near post, and it was a good cut, but just too close to the left post and curled ever more wide as it continued on. So 12 points playing 10, 4.5 minutes into the second half. Puck out goes long from Kieran Short, but it's straight to a Tooreen man. He could have caught it, and instead he bats it down to his teammate, number 12, who takes an awful lot of steps there, Fergal Boland, but gets it away on time and sends it long down towards the corner flag. There's a foot race on there, and doing really, really well over there was number 2, Mikey Lavery. Really, really strong in possession. Gets it off to Gavin Ryan. He breaks through the tackles now. He's looking to maybe springboard Upperchurch into something as he flicks it forward towards Colm Ryan. Colm Ryan flicks it past his man, and Colm Ryan gets onto it now. He needs support. He has it through Diarmuid Grant. Diarmuid Grant sends it over the bar, and is that the moment now where Upperchurch reawaken and just get back into it? Gavin Ryan, Colm Ryan, and finished off by Diarmuid Grant, and it's 12 points to 11, and Upperchurch need to remember this is only a 1-point game.
Yeah, and Colm Ryan did really well, really composed play, took on his man, flicked it back to Diarmuid Grant, and he cut across it. Lovely score.
Puck out goes long, and it's really good work by Luke Shannon to get a block there on Fergal Boland, as it looked like he had a point at his mercy, and coming sliding in was Luke Shannon to get a hook and send that ball wide. So 12 points playing 11. 5.5 minutes gone. Kieran Short in the second half, that is. Kieran Short goes low into the centre forward position to Mikey Griffin. Mikey Griffin plays it back to Luke Shannon, standing striking. He gets blocked down, and it's gone towards the corner forward Feeney now. He plays it to his opposite corner forward Liam Lavin. He goes on a run trying to get a hand pass away, loses possession, but it's retained through his teammate Sean Kenny in between the 265s over on the Cusack stand side of the field. And now it's number 7 David Kenny coming out with that. He's going to send it into the full forward line. It's a dangerous ball in there, and it's gone into that full forward, and he's fouled. It was number 14 Shane Boland, just flicked it away from Keith Ryan, and it's a nice handy free coming, and it's going to be just inside the edge of the D, or edge of the 40 metre arc, and it looks like Keith Ryan could be going into the book there.
Yeah, it was a lovely ball across, crossfield ball from David Kenny in towards Shane Boland, and the two Boland, Shane and Fergal, brilliant footballers, and they're real athletes, and every time they've serious pedals and they're getting out to the ball in front and taking on their man, and this is a relatively easy chance for Tooreen, and it's going to be Shane himself to strike it.
So he's just inside the 40 metre football arc, and it's a central position looking towards the Davin stand end. Number 14, blue jerseys, white numbers on the back here for Tooreen, and the white helmet of Shane Boland. He's a left-hander, so his back is to us here in the Hogan stand as he looks over the right shoulder and edge of his hurley as he looks towards the Davin stand, looking to extend the lead to 2 points for Tooreen. He lifts, he strikes, sends that straight over the bar. His first score of the day, but he has been a threat in that full forward line, has Shane Boland been, and he sends up, or Fergal Boland, Shane Boland even, and he sends that ball over the bar. Here's Gavin Ryan now, gets the short puck out, sends it long, but it's to no one in particular, just sends it into a bit of space that's occupied by David Kenny, the wing back for Tooreen. He sends it down the line, brilliant take by Owen Delaney under pressure, and now he sends this long into the full forward line. Keith Ryan is underneath this ball as he attacks it hard, and it could break favourably towards Fergal Boland. He has it on his hurley now, he cuts inside, he sends this high, and he sends it over the bar. A brilliant score by Fergal Boland, and Keith Ryan ran full pelt into him, and interesting to see what referee Cayman Flynn does here, but it was a real awkward collision there, Keane.
Yeah, and I thought for a second he was in trouble when he took the book out and he was beckoning Keith Ryan over, but I think he's after thinking better of it. Brilliant third point from play from Fergal Boland. His pace is causing huge issues for the half back line of Upperchurch-Drombane, and I'd say Keith Ryan is now on his last warning, so one more foul and he'll be in big trouble.
And he gets that short puck out, does Keith Ryan, and he goes long looking for Colm Ryan and Paul Shannon, and Colm Ryan has it now. Can he get a hand pass away? Oh, the ball just falls out of his possession, and has it is the centre back Oisin Greeley stuck on the ground. He's called for over carrying, and Colm Ryan gives a big fist bump back down the field. Upperchurch, we all know this Upperchurch team, they're not going to give up, and they'll feel that just a moment or two is all they need to get back into this game. It's still only 3 points, 14 points playing 11, but they need all those kind of turnovers to go their way. Yeah,
and I think the debate going on below us is about Paddy Phelan. They're looking down the line towards them. The management are in conclave, and I think the question is, do they spring Paddy Phelan? It feels like they need a big lift, even though there's only 3 points. In the context of the game, it feels a big lead. Luke Shanahan with the chance now to narrow it to 2.
Central position on the 45, looking in towards the Hill 16, and over the bar it goes from Luke Shannon, his 4th point of the game, and it's going to be a puck out coming now from Bobby Douglas. Of course, Paddy Phelan, a talisman for this Upperchurch team, but broke his leg, or fractured a bone in his leg in the County Under-21 Championship with Upperchurch-Drombane just before Christmas, but he's out there doing a bit of a warm-up on the sideline. We'll surely see him at some stage. That puck out is sent long as Liam Lavin flicks it forward. Dean Crew is well positioned, just loses his footing though at the wrong time, and the ball is stuck on the ground as Dean Crew tries to get it again, but he's been beaten to it by a Mayo man, and that's a brilliant block there by Dean Crew, and it breaks now towards Niall Grant. He gets it off to Toby Corbett. Lovely ball into a bit of space now for Conor Fahy. He has loads of pace if he wants to take his man on. He is going to take his man on. He's in behind him now. His man falls to the ground. He's still a long way. Is he going to go for goal? He is! Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Conor Fahy. Takes it on the 45, turns his man, goes all the way into the edge of the 14, and a low shot into the back of the net underneath the goalkeeper, and it's the lead again for Upperchurch-Drombane. Conor Fahy just on the edge of the 21 as he is striking, but that's how you finish it, Cian. Bounce it low off the ground.
Yeah, and it feels like that's a massive moment Upperchurch needed. Lovely ball out of defence of Toby Corbett, took on his man. David Kenny drove inside, and a low shot, you've always got a right chance, and Paddy Phelan is coming on. So this is really all Upperchurch now.
And now here's Aaron Ryan. He gets on the ball. He takes it forward outside the 45. He looks for the post. Is it going to creep in? The answer is no. It has gone to the right and wide from Aaron Ryan. But what a moment that was by Conor Fahy. He gets the big goal, and Upperchurch lead here. We still have 20 minutes to go though. Who knows what way this game is going to go in this last third of it. 40 minutes, 47 seconds gone. 14 points for Tooreen, 112 for Upperchurch-Drombane. Puck out goes long from the Tooreen goalkeeper, and he looks for number 12 over on the far side, Fergal Boland. Boland has done well to win that ball, and he plays it in field now towards Kenny, the wing back. He's going to try and float one into the full forward line. It's a delicious ball in there as well, and Liam Lavin has it, and he's blocked down again by Dean Crew. Brilliant defending from the left-hander, and he flicks it away from him again. Liam Lavin must be thinking, how can I get this lad off me? But he has it back again, does Liam Lavin, but he still can't get away from Dean Crew, but he gets a hand pass away to Cassidy, and Gavin Ryan comes over strong to flick the ball away, and Keith Ryan has it now. Plays it short to his cousin Aaron Ryan. Aaron Ryan sends it down the line looking for Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan just beaten to the ball this time by Hessian from Tooreen, and the cornerback does really, really well and plays it to his fullback. That's Stephen Coyne. He finds a lovely out ball over to the far side of the field where Kenny Feeney is all out on his own looking to level the game, and he's done so with his second score of the game. Huge quality, huge moments, and now there's a huge player coming onto the field. Paddy Phelan is coming on for Colm Ryan, and this is it now, Cian Treacy, or the last quarter of this game. They're looking to Paddy Phelan. Let's see what he has in him.
And he's going in towards the inside forward line. Colm Ryan has done well for Upperchurch-Drombane, but this game is just flip-flopping all the time, Paul. Momentum with Tooreen, then wrestled back with Conor Fahy. We said they needed a big moment, they got it. Then Kenny Feeney comes up with a point, standing all on his own on the Cusack stand side. So this is some game now, Paul. 42 minutes gone.
Puck out going long, and it breaks in behind Conor Fahy and Paul Shannon, and it's number 8 Daniel Juan, and he plays it short down the line towards number 11 Morley. Brian Morley's going to have a go. It's another one of these Hail Mary attempts. He's got a really good strike on that, and he sent it over the bar. His first score of the game on the sideline on the 65, and it looked like the minute that came off his hurley, it had no option only to go straight over the bar.
Yeah, and everything that they're hitting is going over the bar. Substitution here now with 17, John Cassidy coming off, and it's 20, Sean Regan coming on, but Huan, the captain, has made some difference since he came on. He gave the assist for that point, and Brian Morley absolutely nailed it. And
Tooreen have answered back from that goal from Upperchurch. They've regained the lead, 16 points playing 112. Our first look at Paddy Phelan, the ball just breaks away from him, and it's Huan there, gets shoulder to the ground. That looked like he might have thrown that ball away, but the referee was right there, and it's Sean Kenny now in possession for Tooreen between the two 65s, and another block in there by Paul Shannon. The ball is still there around the middle of the field, and winning it back there is Keith Ryan. He breaks out of the couple of tackles as he's trying to get free, and he's been overrun by Tooreen men, and he's lost possession. And now Tooreen have won it back, and they send it long into the full forward line. There's a real battle for possession there, and it's Mikey Lavery battling for it. Luke Shannon throws himself in. It's like a ruck now on the ground as the referee is going to just take the ball, allow us all to take a breath and throw the ball in, but there's free men everywhere. It's turning into real chaos out there, Cian.
Yeah, but it's brilliant to watch, and it's end to end, and it's really enthralling game, Paul.
Unbelievable stuff, and Tooreen have come out of that ruck with the ball, and they go through the hands and opened it up lovely over on that far side of the field for Kenny Feeney. He got a brilliant score moments ago, and he's got another one. The shooting here from Tooreen has been unbelievable, and they've got a big score to go 2 in the lead. 17 points playing 112, 44 minutes gone.
But Kenny Feeney is just hanging out on that Cusack stand side, and there's no one picking him up. He's after getting 2 standing on his own. They're brilliant finishes, but someone has to pick him up over there.
Oh, really risky ball by the goalkeeper, is almost cut out. Bobby Douglas with a tennis-style pass across his own 21. 2 Upperchurch men almost got there. Tooreen man just got there first, and now Tooreen go through the hands, and a ball played out to number 20, Sean Regan. He says he lost it in the lights, I'd say, and it's gone out for a sideline for Upperchurch, but a real borderline moment of madness there by Bobby Douglas.
It was, and it looked like it was going to be intercepted, and then Joe Boyle struck a ball towards the Hogan stand towards Sean Regan, and he won't thank him for that.
Aaron Ryan just not having his best of days out there, as his line ball has just been hit short, and it's gone straight to a Tooreen man, and that's been sent over the bar by Brian Morley again. And again, they're getting these purple patches where they just can't do anything wrong, and Tooreen go back into a 3-point lead.
Yeah, but All-Ireland final day, and they don't seem like they can miss, which is a big thing for any team, and every score is better than the next.
And now Toby Corbett sends one long into the full forward line. Mikey Griffin has it now in front of his man. He turns his man. He gives it to Paul Shannon. Paul Shannon now up to the 14, trying to get a hand pass away. He's fouled, says the referee, just outside the 14. It's going to be a free in, a 21-yard free coming for Luke Shanahan. But Mikey Griffin, when he's got the ball in his possession, has done really well. Yeah,
and he went at his man. He popped it off the shoulder to Paul Shanahan, and then unceremoniously taken out of it by Stephen Kine and David Kenny. From a Tooreen point of view, probably a good free to give away, but when Upperchurch get direct ball into that inside line, Paul, they look really, really dangerous.
So here's Luke Shannon now, 21-yard free coming, straight in front of the goals. And he sends that over the bar, so that's 5 points today for Luke Shannon in Croke Park. And 46 minutes exactly on the clock, 18 points playing 113. Your coverage here on Tipp FM with thanks to Mother Hubbards Family Restaurant on the Old Cork Road in Cashel. We say Happy New Year to John Carroll and all the team at Mother Hubbards. Big final quarter to come here, 2 points in it. Can Upperchurch-Drombane get over the line? They have the ball in their possession now through Diarmuid Grant on his own 65. Sends a long ball in towards Mikey Griffin. Again, he has it in his hands, does Griffin. He's looking for support now. He's trying to get through a couple of challenges. Tries to get a hand pass away, and it's gone to the fullback Stephen Coyne of Tooreen, and away come the Mayo men again in the blue jerseys through Brian Morley. He bounces one in front of the full forward. Brilliant defending once more by Mikey Lavery. He's going to ask to defend again as it goes back out to Brian Morley. He's going to have a shot, and it's going to drop short towards goalkeeper Kieran Short now. Let's see what he does with possession. He finds Niall Grant just on the edge of the D. Niall Grant needs to speed things up, and he does so, and he just gets a clearance away, but it's a shot to nothing really, and it's gone straight to a Tooreen man. And Tooreen have a few bodies in that half back line to work it through if they want. And it's Conall Hession now runs himself into a little bit of trouble and gives a bad hand pass towards David Kenny, or maybe it was a bad catch by David Kenny, and his shot has gone his clearance has gone straight to Aaron Ryan. There's a bit of chaos all over the field here in Croke Park, as the goalkeeper was about 40 yards off his line when that happened. And here's Paul Shannon now for Upperchurch up to the 45, gets a hand pass away to the younger brother Luke now trying to take him all on. Has he been tackled high? He has, and he wins the free. And that is brilliant stuff by Luke and Paul Shanahan. They've orchestrated a free out of nothing there. Yeah, and I see Jack Butler being ready below. As Jack, big ball winner, lots of experience. He'll add something to that Upperchurch-Drombane forward line. But good play there from a combination of the brothers Paul and Luke Shanahan. It was a high tackle around the neck, and ultimately it was number 20 Sean Regan gave away the free. Difficult one, just about 5-6 paces in from that from the Hogan stand side, just outside the 45. So here is Luke Shannon as Jack Butler prepares himself to come on. I don't think we've seen much Jack Butler in this campaign for Upperchurch. No, I think he was away for a while, and he's just coming back into it now, and he's been a big player over the years for Upperchurch. Really, really good hands and good ball winner. So here's Luke Shannon now. Big free coming for him. And he lifts, he strikes. It is going to be wide at the near post from Luke Shannon. And now that substitution is going to happen. So it's number 26, Jack Butler, and it's going to be for number 9, Aaron Ryan. And as I mentioned there, just didn't fall for Aaron Ryan at all here today. No, a good player and usually really industrious in the middle of the field, but Croke Park is a big field and it's a hard place to play in the middle of the field because so much of the action bypassed you. And look, it's Jack Butler on now, and he's going into that half forward line, and he's going to be a real threat for them. Yeah, and Aaron Ryan, a big reason why Upperchurch are here today. But let's see what Jack Butler can do in these last 12 minutes. Puck out, goes long. and it's broken out to Niall Grant. Niall Grant, has he been held up? No, says the referee. And where comes Paul Shannon, sends it long into the full forward line, which are a long way from the goals, and trying to get onto that break is Conor Fahy. Fahy now back to Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan under pressure does really well to get out of a couple of challenges, and just outside the 45, Pat Ryan off his left hand side, a real classy score, his third of the day. And just like that, Cian Treacy, it's a 1 point game once more. 18 points for Tooreen, 114 for the Church.
Yeah, Pat Ryan is a class player. He dodged in past two players, shortened the grip off his left, and straight over the bar. And that's a massively important score for Upperchurch-Drombane. 1 point in it, 10 and a half minutes the normal time to go.
Puck out goes long from Bobby Douglas. Hands go up, hurleys go up, but the ball drops to the ground, and it's Fergal Boland onto this break. He's going to have a go from the sideline off his left, and that looks like it's going to just tail to the left and wide there. Kieran Short watched that all the way. It mustn't have been too far away. 49 minutes, 46 seconds gone. Puck out goes long towards Paul Shannon. He has it in his hands between the two 65s. He's looking to turn his man, and he's been pulled and dragged out of by David Kenny. And Paul Shanahan does really well once more. Always shown for the ball.
Yeah, and a brilliant puck out option for Kieran Short. And really clever play. He nearly dragged that hurley up with his arm from David Kenny and manufactured that free. And it's going to be a big one for Gavin Ryan here, just outside the 65. And the linesman is moving him over about 3 paces in from the Hogan stand side. It's a tricky angle, but he's a really good free taker, and he's 2 nailed already from the first half.
And let's not forget the free he took in Kilcommon 126 days ago against Ballina in that group stage game that dropped into the back of the net. If that didn't go in, Upperchurch would have been out at the group stages. That went in, and now 126 days later, Gavin Ryan is standing over this free in Croke Park. He gets a good strike in it. Is it going to hold its line? Yes, it is. Gavin Ryan with his third long-range free of the day, and we're level here again, 115 to 18 points. Cian, this is going to be an incredible last 10 minutes.
Inspirational stuff from Gavin Ryan once again in the championship. Comes up with a huge moment from Upperchurch to level the game, and it's just flip-flopping, as we mentioned earlier, momentum going one way then the other. So with Upperchurch-Drombane now again at the moment.
You can't take your eyes off it if you're watching. You can't get your ears away from the radio if you're listening, and now it swings back in Tooreen's favour as it's Fergal Boland with his 4th point of the day, getting onto the break of the long range puck out, and from near the sideline on the Hogan stand side sends it over the bar. It's a 1 point lead for Tooreen again.
However good Fergal Boland is as a footballer for Mayo, he's a sensational hurler, and that's another brilliant score. Just got onto the breaking ball, flicked it over off his right. 4 from play for him, as you mentioned, Paul.
Here's our first look at Jack Butler as the ball is sent in towards him. He's been beaten to it by Oisin Greeley though, and Greeley has it now and plays it across the 45 towards Kenny, or Stephen Coyne. Coyne sends it long now into the full forward line, and it is going to go all the way into Shane Boland, the full forward, and now it's opened up for Joe Boyle, and it's all opened up now. The wing back is up to the 14. This could be a goal chance. He sends it. Oh, what a block that is back there by Mikey Lavery. Comes diving across to get the block on it, and away come Upperchurch through the hands. What a moment that was for the defender. The Tooreen man is still down, but the play has continued, and now I think the referee might stop the play, and the ball is stuck on the ground now between the two 65s. The ref is going to stop the play, but Mikey Lavery,
I'm nearly sure it's Paddy Phelan. I think he went all the way back there, and I think that's a match saver. We're going to see the replay coming up here. It is
Paddy Phelan. Unbelievable block, textbook stuff. Perfectly got the ball. The man with the broken leg throws himself in front of the onrushing Joe Boyle, and it is just perfection from Paddy Phelan. That is incredible stuff.
Yeah, and I think if Upperchurch-Drombane are going to win the All-Ireland, that is the key moment. It was Joe Boyle. He came off the shoulder, he was powering through the middle, and in fairness to Paddy Phelan, he ran 60 yards to get across, and as you said, Paul, a textbook block. Incredible play from Paddy Phelan there.
Unbelievable. He just about hit the slitter almost just before Joe Boyle connected with it. They were both swinging at the same time, but it was just perfectly timed from Paddy Phelan. He came diving across. We're seeing the replay again. Unbelievable stuff from the man with number 11 on his back, but he's one of those players you can really play him anywhere. The play is stopped because Joe Boyle was just worse for wear after that collision, after his shot was blocked. He's back up and ready to continue, but what a moment that is. It remains a 1 point lead for Tooreen, but Cian, if that hit the back of net, you'd feel a 4 point lead would be massive with 7 minutes to go.
It would have been massive, and everything about the move told you that it was going to be a goal, and it's just one of those magic moments. And we often talk about magic moments in forward lines, but that was a magic moment of defending.
And here's Luke Shannon. He wins the ball, gets a hand pass away, and it's a loose one towards Gavin Ryan, and it's been taken away from Gavin Ryan towards Liam Lavin, but Gavin Ryan does really well to win it back. And here's Luke Shannon now trying to get it on his hurley and hand pass forward, and now it could open up for Upperchurch-Drombane as they cross towards the 21. It's Dermot Grant, gives it off to Paul Shannon. Is he going to go for goal? He is. Stopped by the goalkeeper, and away comes the goalkeeper, Bobby Douglas. It was a tame effort by Paul Shanahan, and now Tooreen come out with the ball. Bobby Douglas continues his run as the goalkeeper, but that was a huge goal chance. Paul Shannon just didn't get a clean connection. Now the ball is at the far end of the field. It could break in behind. Gavin Ryan comes away with the ball though. Gets the ball away now towards Paddy Phelan, but it's just past Paddy Phelan, and away comes Kenny. He plays it in towards the middle of the field towards Sean Kenny, and now it's opened up for this man Kevin Feeney, who seems to find himself in space, and this one is just across the face of the goals and wide. But Cian Treacy, huge goal chance goes a begging for Upperchurch.
Yeah, but Dermot Grant came through with the ball. The ball had to go over the bar. 1 point game, he had to nail it. He tried to force the goal chance, and it was a tame shot from Paul Shannon. But for me, game management vital there. That ball has to go over the bar.
Oh, what a take that is from Jack Butler. Now he's in behind his man. Is he going to take it on now? He's been pulled back. Surely he's going to go for goal. It's stopped by the goalkeeper, and it's going to go out for a 65. You mentioned the ball winning ability of Jack Butler. The whole country is after seeing it there. Looked like he was being pulled back. It's going to just be a 65, but brilliant bit of play.
Yeah, he did so well to catch, and he got inside the centre back, Oisin Greeley. And a good shot, well saved by Bobby Douglas, but it gives a brilliant opportunity to Gavin Ryan, really central from the 65 to level the game again with about 4.5 minutes of normal time to go.
This has been an incredible All-Ireland final. If you came to Croke Park today, you've been witness that. You've been had the pleasure to see two really exciting finals. Kilbrittain beating Eastkey in the junior final, and now who is going to win this intermediate final? It's a 1 point game as Gavin Ryan stands over this 65, looking to level it, looking it in towards the Hill 16. He's hit it high, and one umpire nods to the other, and it's a 4 point of the game for Gavin Ryan as Ray Larkin and the Tooreen management look to the sideline. They're going to take off Kenny Feeney, and it is going to be number 18 Fionn Delaney coming on. He came on earlier in the game as a blood sub, and he's coming on now. But Kenny Feeney, you feel he's the kind of a man with who can pick off a score.
Yeah,
but his race is run.
I think his race is run. He looks a bit leggy coming off the field, but credit to Gavin Ryan, huge leadership. There's no free at this stage in All-Ireland final is easy, or 65, and he absolutely nailed it.
So, draw game, 19 points to 116, 56 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Puck out goes long from Bobby Douglas. It's knocked to the ground by one of the Upperchurch defenders, but only as far as the Tooreen man, and now it's going to be a shot from distance that is going to drop short towards Kieran Short, the goalkeeper, and he sends one out towards Dean Crew. The man who took that shot was collided with late, but it was in the blind side of the referee, so play continues as this ball goes into the Upperchurch full forward line, and it could break towards Pat Ryan, and it does break towards Pat Ryan. Can he get a hand pass away? He does so, and here's Paddy Phelan to give Upperchurch the lead. Oh, it's just across the face of the goals and wide. You felt like that could have been a big moment. The sides are level, 116 to 19 points. They both had 9 wides. Can't be separated, but a big chance there for Paddy Phelan.
Massive chance, and you would have really backed him to nail it, and it just went to the left and wide.
And now somehow Paddy Phelan is back under the break of that puck out, and he had it in his hands momentarily, but Luke Shannon has it instead, trying to get a hand pass away to Gavin Ryan, and instead it's Dean Crew. There's 3 bodies on the ground over there. There's a lot of tired bodies. Here's Keith Ryan. He sees Paul Shanahan in a bit of space. Paul Shannon is surveying his options. Is he going to have a go? He's going to send it into the full forward line. It's a ball to nothing really, but Jack Butler might get there before the goalkeeper, and he does so, and now there's no one in the goals, but Jack Butler is out in the corner flag position. Is he going to have a goal? Jack Butler from the sideline would be some score if he can get it. It's just across the face of the goals and wide. 2 quick wides for Upperchurch, but Bobby Douglas a long way from home, the goalkeeper there, out in the sideline trying to block down Jack Butler, but you might think a recycled ball could have been on there for Butler.
Jack Butler did really well because it was a nothing ball from Paul Shanahan into no man's land, and he made up about 20 yards to get the ball. Probably should have recycled it, went for a little bit of a speculative one and went to the right and wide.
And now a puck out goes short to the wing back Joe Boyle. He's got some big scores, and now he sends a big ball into the full forward line of Tooreen, and it's batted down brilliantly there by Mikey Lavery as Toby Corbett tries to get onto the breaking ball. Keith Ryan is rooting there to try and win it as well. Looks like Upperchurch have it through Toby Corbett. His hand pass is deflected back to the ground now as Gavin Ryan tries to get it, and it's Mikey Lavery. Lavery now gets it off to Diarmuid Grant. He sends it down the line. Conor Fahey is in a bit of space on the Cusack stand side. Is he going to take his point? It looks like he's going to take his man on now. Conor Fahey's going to shoot for the point, and he just mishits it, and it's going to dribble wide. And Upperchurch Cian have 3 wides in a row in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and every shot becomes difficult at this time of the match. And Conor Fahey, you thought he had the legs on Conor Hessian, who looked like he was all at sea there, and he just went to take him on. And in fairness to Hessian, he actually didn't put any pressure on him when we watched the replay. It was a really poor effort from Conor Fahey, just to the right and wide, weak effort. And 25 is on the field. Pádraig Mooney for Conor Hessian, who's limping off the field.
Yeah, he looks like his race is ran as he just struggles to get off the field on the far side. Looks like he's cramping up over there. So 59 minutes, we're into the 60th minute of this All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. It's 19 points for Tooreen, it's 116 for Upperchurch-Drombane. Who is going to win this All-Ireland Final? Will we even find out in the next couple of minutes? Will we need an extra period? Let's see what happens. Puck out goes long, blocked down by Toby Corbett. Paul Shannon has it now. He's under pressure as he just gets his clearance away, but it goes straight to a Tooreen man. It's Stephen Coyne, the fullback. He flicks one short to number 18, who's just on. He has it knocked off his hand, and it is going to be a line ball for Upperchurch-Drombane. And it was brilliant work there by Paul Shannon, and now his younger brother Luke has this line ball. 3 additional minutes to come. So here's Luke Shannon halfway between the 265s, right in front of the tunnel, just down below us on this near side to our left. He surveys his options down the field. Let's see, can he get a good cut? The answer is yes. Goes in towards Pat Ryan now. Pat Ryan has it. He's stuck out on the sideline though. He needs support. He doesn't get it, and he has the ball taken off him by number 12, Fergal Boland. He's had a monstrous game. He wins a free, and the free is actually going to be brought forward as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be Bobby Douglas now, and that little bit of dissent, that little bit of an argument with the referee could cost him. And Chris Mooney's looking, he's the linesman here, and he's looking for him to put the ball down just outside his own 65, and it's a big chance. He's a huge striker of the ball, Bobby Douglas.
And it looks like Liam Dunphy is making the argument with the linesman that this ball has been brought in from near the sideline to a far more central position as well. So this makes it favourable for the goalkeeper, Bobby Douglas. So 60 minutes, 43 seconds gone. Bobby Douglas stands over this long-range free. And he gets a good enough strike. It's going to land short though. There's a lot of bodies under it, and Kieran Short watched it all the way, bats it out to the side, but it's only as far as number 13, Liam Lavin. He sends it high off the post, and now it drops around the edge of the square. Keith Ryan is there for Upperchurch-Drombane, as he has been all year, and he wins a free. Incredible drama in injury time of this All-Ireland final. It's now going to be a free out for Upperchurch-Drombane, and here comes Gavin Ryan on his own 14, launches it long. He's looking for Conor Fahey. It doesn't break. It's Joe Boyle who wins it. Now it could be a long distance range shot for Sean Kenny. Instead, no, he goes low, and Tooreen have bodies there, and it could be a chance, but the man runs over the ball. And there for Upperchurch-Drombane is Gavin Ryan. He gets it. He's looking to burst out of attack, and he's won a free. Unbelievable stuff. But it was number 18, Fionn Delaney, all out on his own. The ball rolled underneath him out over the sideline, and it is going to be a free out now for Upperchurch-Drombane. It's surely too far away to put this ball over the bar, but let's see what Gavin Ryan can do. He's inside his own 45.
Yeah, and they just need to work something here, Paul.
Gavin Ryan sends this long to the far 21. There's a load of bodies underneath this. It's been blocked down brilliantly by a Tooreen defender out towards their midfielder, Sean Kenny. He's trying to free himself to get a strike away, and he does so. Is that going to stay in? It looks like it might just stay in right on the sideline. Oh, it's a lovely touch by Fionn Delaney, the man that just ran over the ball, and now it's a chance for the win for Brian Morley. Sends it high, and it's over the bar for Brian Morley. Tooreen go into a 1-point lead. 62 minutes, 17 seconds gone. We have 40 seconds to go, and Upperchurch-Drombane are going to have to find an equaliser, and maybe Gavin Ryan is going to be the man. He gets the short puck out. Gavin Ryan sends it towards the hill, and it's just going to agonisingly go to the left and wide. It's a puck out coming for Bobby Douglas, and this could be the game now. 20 seconds to go. Upperchurch are going to need to have to find it from somewhere.
Yeah, and I just thought it was going to be Gavin Ryan who was going to be the hero once more. The shot leaks to the left and wide. Possession is absolutely vital from this puck out.
And it goes high into the sky, and it breaks down to the ground. Keith Ryan has it for Upperchurch-Drombane. Has he won a free? It looks like he's been fouled. He gets it away, and it's a foul on Luke Shanahan. And just outside the 45 central position, it looks like Gavin Ryan might get the chance to level the game. He's an awful long ways from the goals. He's also down kind of half injured here at the minute, so this is it, Cian Treacy. It's going to come down to this long range free from Gavin Ryan. He's scored 4 points here today. His long range free was the difference in that game against Ballina, and he's robbed a couple of yards as well.
Yeah, he's robbed a nice few yards. And I was going to say I don't think he has a chance of scoring it, but he's after robbing 5-6 yards. Clever play from Gavin, and this is a huge chance. I still think it's going to be right on the borderline of where he's capable of striking it for.
So let's see. Gavin Ryan, we're 3 minutes 42 seconds into the additional 3 minutes to be played. Let's see, can he level this All-Ireland final, the biggest free of his career? He lifts it, he strikes it, it's heading towards the hill, and it's over the bar from Gavin Ryan. His 5th point of the day, levels the game here, and what a score that is from the centre back. The referee is looking for the ball, and it is a level game. We're going to extra time. Gavin Ryan with his 5th point of the day. What a game of hurling, Cian Treacy, and we have 20 more minutes of it to come.
And not only did he nail it, he nailed it with plenty to spare and straight over the black spot. We're talking about him all year, going back to that Ballina game. Incredible leadership, incredible courage, guts, everything you need in a hurler to nail that 65. He knew it was the last play, and Upperchurch-Drombane now march into extra time with that little bit of momentum. But what a super game of hurling, Paul. Incredible end to end, ebbed and flowed, but as good as you could see this time of the year, just in terms of courage and heart from both teams, and it's a joy to be in Croke Park today for this.
Unbelievable game of hurling. It swung one way, it swung the other, and then it repeated that cycle about 20 more times throughout that second half, and it's ended in a draw. What are we looking for? A scoreboard here, 117 to 20 points, 25 to 7 in the evening. We have another 20 minutes of hurling to go here, 2 periods of 10 minutes. But as the Tooreen and the Upperchurch players run down the tunnel, it's momentum now with Upperchurch, but they all go down the tunnel to reset. But Gavin Ryan, we're seeing the replays here on the screens in front of us. What a free that was to level the game. How important have Gavin Ryan's long range frees been to Upperchurch-Drombane throughout 2025 and now into 2026?
It's been incredible, and to get 5 today in Croke Park and be such a colossus at centre back for them, and just the pressure and the magnitude of that free, to be able to step up and have the wherewithal to nail it over the bar, absolutely incredible. But I think the key moment was Conor Fahy's goal in that second half. It felt like Upperchurch-Drombane just needed something to propel him into the game. It was all Tooreen, and Conor got the ball. Huge athlete, has played with Tipperary senior footballers, drove about 40 yards at the ball, and that low shot that went across Bobby Douglas, and that really gave life and energy into the Upperchurch-Drombane pursuit of this All-Ireland final. And I just can't wait for extra time now, Paul. It's been brilliant.
Unbelievable stuff here in Croke Park, and it is the end of normal time, and it is 117 to 20 points. I nearly need to get my breath back here after that finish to that game. Unbelievable stuff. We're going to take an ad break. We have 2 ad breaks if you need them. I'm getting text messages from Davin here. Davin, I think we might need as much as we can here to get our breath back here in Croke Park, but it is ended in normal time, 117 to 20 points. Upperchurch at 117, Tooreen with 20 points. We'll take an ad break, and extra time to come in Croke Park after these. Well, you're very welcome back to Croke Park. Paul Carroll with Cian Treacy alongside me, and we're in it for the long haul here in Dublin in GAHQ, because Tooreen and Upperchurch-Drombane have finished this All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling final on level terms. Upperchurch 117, a goal in the second half from Conor Fahy to match Tooreen's 20 points. And Cian, we've all just kind of gotten our breath back. That was just a frantic second half of hurling. Unbelievable scores, brilliant moments of madness. There was chaos in there. It had everything. It had an unbelievable block by Paddy Phelan, which, looking back on it now, was such a key moment.
Yeah, and I think the 2 moments of the half, one was a goal from Conor Fahy, and the second was the block from Joe Boyle when it looked like the match was at his mercy. Bear down on goals, but 4 points in it, which would have really been, Paul, an insurmountable lead for Upperchurch-Drombane at that stage, and it would have been really hard for them to get back into it. And I think they were 2 crucial moments. But that Paddy Phelan block, we don't often give enough credit to defensive plays, and that was an incredible defensive play. But just looking at the scores, Upperchurch have won 7 from play, 10 from place balls. On the other side, Tooreen have 18 points from play, and that is incredible scoring. And they scored, they got shots off from everywhere. They just seemed to be sailing over the bar. But credit to Upperchurch-Drombane, as they've done all year. They've showed massive resilience, particularly when the game looked like it was going against them and the momentum was all in Tooreen's favour. They hung in there. they got their place balls between Gavin and Luke Shanahan just to keep them in it, and when the vital moment came from Gavin at the end, he absolutely nailed it, and credit to him, because mentioned it's not an easy thing to do. People look at these frees and they think they're relatively easy. They're not, particularly when they're pressure shots.
You could stand over 10 of those frees from that position on your home pitch, and you could be hurling every day of the week, and if you got 4 of them, you'd be nearly be happy enough, like, from that distance.
We did it in Kilcoman recently, and it's not that easy. But
and it was an unbelievable strike from Gavin Ryan, and straight over, and it was straight over the black spot as well, and it was good from another. He did steal about 5 yards, but it would have been good from another 15 yards, I'd say. It was such a good strike. But what a big moment that is for him. 5 points for Gavin Ryan here today. But as we spoke at halftime about, I wonder what the dressing rooms are like now. I'd say the dressing rooms at the minute, I'd say the physios are probably working full time. There was a lot of people cramping, and there was a lot of people just really struggling through those last few minutes. A lot of tired bodies out there, but you mightn't get a chance to play in Croke Park again, so it's kind of easy to quench the tiredness for another half an hour. Yeah,
and it's like summertime playing in Croke Park. The ball is bounced, it's a perfect sod, so it's very, very energy sapping on the legs. Such a huge pitch, and it'll be interesting to see the benches and the importance of the benches in this extra time period. And a guy who didn't really get into it in normal time was Aaron Ryan. He came off, and it'll be interesting to see will they reintroduce him, because he's a guy who's usually good for 2-3 points, and as the game opens up in extra time, it'll be interesting to see is he a play that the Upperchurch-Drombane management will use.
Yeah, and that's interesting as well, because you have that kind of dynamic of when you get taken off, you're kind of like, that's it, your game is done or whatever, and you could be feeling sorry for yourself. But now I'm sure he might be being told, be ready, be warm, be ready to come on, because we might need you in this second half. And who knows, or in this extra time period, I should say, and who knows, maybe even extra time or penalties to come as well. I'm losing track of where we are here in Croke Park. But out comes Upperchurch-Drombane. Jack Butler out there as well, of course. He come on in that second half. And Upperchurch have had some really good performers back there as well. We've been saying the names of Mikey Lavery, Dean Crew got some brilliant blocks out there as well. So Upperchurch have brought their style and their doggedness, hard work, and just brilliant defending. There's much more than doggedness and hard work and timing of the blocks that we're seeing from Mikey Lavery and Dean Crew, but that's all counted for something here as well.
And once again, Paul, we're talking about the fact that in this club championship outside the Tipp area, they haven't conceded a goal. Didn't concede a goal to Tooreen today, and that's 5 games without conceding a goal, and that's a serious defensive effort from Upperchurch-Drombane. And a goal at any point in that second half would have been detrimental. Tooreen had got a goal at any stage.
And it looks like they're bringing number 8, Daniel Juan, he's there as well, and I'm trying to see if they're bringing on anyone else. Tooreen, it doesn't look like it, so number 25 is out there.
Yeah, he came on in normal time as well, so I think both sides are finishing starting as they finished normal time.
So as Let's Dance rings out again, the captains of the team, Daniel Juan and Keith Ryan, meet referee Cayman Flynn in the middle of the field to go through the coin toss. A nice fine high throw by Cayman Flynn, and let's see what way the teams are going to be playing. Keith Ryan points back towards the Hill 16 end, so I'm not sure, was he talking to his goalkeeper or was he talking to the team in terms of what way they're playing. So Upperchurch go into a huddle inside their own 65. Extra time in the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Final. And the thing with this game as well, Cian, is this is a Saturday night. It's kind of prime time viewing on national television. A lot of people are going to be watching this, and Upperchurch-Drombane are entertaining the country here today.
They are, and it's brilliant. And Willie Maher and all the powers that be in the hurling fraternity will be delighted. It's a brilliant advertisement for hurling nationally, and to see that 2 rower teams coming to Croke Park, this is the dream of every player, and to be putting on such a show for the nation is brilliant.
And here we are, ready to go for extra time. So 2 additional periods of 10 minutes will be played, and if the teams are level after that, well, then we're going to penalties here in Croke Park. I did mention at the start of the broadcast that it wasn't as cold as we expected in Croke Park, but when we've been standing outside for the last 3 hours, it's starting to get a bit chilly up here on level 7 of the Hogan stand, but it is certainly not chilly down on pitch level. It's hot and fiery, and it's an All-Ireland final that has gone to extra time, and let's see who can come out on the winning side of it, as the umpires there have to kick a few balls off the field before play can start. The linesmen are doing their best to get lads back inside the 45s. I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm not sure what the hold-up is now. I think it is the umpires, and now it is been thrown in. So Upperchurch-Drombane playing in towards the Hill 16 end. That's how they finished the second half of normal time. Tooreen playing from left to right as we look out in towards the Davin stand end. Running over the ball was full forward Shane Boland, and now Diarmuid Grant gets it and sends it long. It's a foot race out to the ball, and when foot races need to be won, it's Paddy Phelan who wins this one. He turns one way, turns the other. He needs support, has it through Paul Shannon. Paul Shannon trying to get his man off him, and he's judged to have charged him, and he did kind of push his man over, and it's going to be a free out. But you're going to see an awful lot of tired bodies out there now, Cian.
You are. Paddy Phelan did really well on the initial touch, and he transferred it to Paul Shannon, and it looked like he just gave a handoff to the defender, and it's Bobby Douglas with a chance just to relieve the pressure for Tooreen.
He sends a low ball down the line looking towards Brian Morley. It breaks in behind him now, and it's Mikey Lavery on it for Upperchurch. He looks back to his goalkeeper. He's kind of covered, so he has to put it back on his hurley, and hand passed away to Gavin Ryan. Gavin inside his own 45, goes long and diagonal looking for Jack Butler, catches the flight of the ball well, just can't catch the sliotar though, and it just drops to the ground, and it allows Oisin Greeley to come out with the ball for Tooreen. He gets a hand pass away now to Fergal Boland. Fergal Boland puts it on his hurley, hand passes it forward, now gets a 1-2, continues his run now. Fergal Boland up to the edge of the 45 looking for the lead, hits it, it's going to drop short into goalkeeper Kieran Short. There's a heavy collision in there between a couple of bodies, and Kieran Short's outball to Keith Ryan was knocked to the ground, but Keith Ryan has it now. He's going to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. A lovely strike back to Kieran Short, and he surveys his options and sends it long into a bit of space as Paul Shannon puts the head down and runs into that space and meets the ball, and now he has it in his hands. Is he going to have a go from the sideline? No, he opens it up for Pat Ryan, and now it's all opened up for Pat Ryan here. He's up to the 21. Is he going to go for goal? He's going to just put it to the right and wide. He went for this Hollywood top corner finish, and that was marginally wide, but a point was there at his mercy.
Again, like Diarmuid Grant earlier in the second half of normal time, that ball had to go over the bar, just give Upperchurch that lead.
And Pat Ryan has just hit that to the right and wide as this ball goes long, and Gavin Ryan tries to just pull on it, and it's gone to a Tooreen man. It's number 18, that's Delaney. Fionn Delaney loses his footing, gets the ball away. It's flicked off Keith Ryan's hurley. Brian Morley tries to keep it in play. Brian Morley kicks it out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball out for Upperchurch-Drombane. We have 2.5 minutes played of the first half of extra time here in Croke Park. Your coverage on Tipp FM with thanks to Mother Hubbards family restaurant on the Old Cork Road in Cashel. So it remains 20 points to 117, and a line ball coming for Luke Shannon inside his own 45.
Score's going to be very hard to come by in extra time, so every shot is vital.
Oh, it's a really good line ball looking for Pat Ryan as he just knocks it to the ground and tries to flick it away. Dean Carew trying to get on it in the middle of the field. It's number 25, that's Padraig Mooney. Mooney now gives a hand pass back the field, and then it goes long. It's a battle for possession over there between Mikey Lavery and Shane Boland. Shane Boland struggling to get it off the ground, but now he has it, does Boland. Plays it back out the field now, and it could be a shot coming from distance by Liam Lavin. He hasn't scored yet today, and Liam Lavin is still scoreless so far here today. That was just marginally wide, and now Aaron Ryan going to be reintroduced into the game for Diarmuid Grant.
Yeah, and he's a streaky player. He could get a couple of points here in extra time, and the first puck out goes out towards him.
And it's going to be called back because they had 16 men on the field. So Diarmuid Grant makes his way off. And you could see this kind of an extra time with 2 or 3 scores throughout the 20 minutes because there's tired bodies, there's going to be substitutions.
Yeah, big pitch, tired bodies, people going down with cramps, so it's going to be really attritional here, and every score is going to be hard fought.
Goes short there to Dean Carew, and he sends a big one down the field, and it looks like it's caught there by Jack Butler. Butler has it on the 21. It's opened up for Jack Butler. He's in for a goal for Upperchurch. Oh, it's saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, what a save that was by Bobby Douglas, the goalkeeper, and Jack Butler coming in on the rebound. Lost his footing, and it's been cleared by Tooreen out towards the sideline. A huge moment, what a save, but Jack Butler, you felt like he had to finish it, Cian.
Yeah, he did so well, he did everything right, but it was a this is your life moment going through, and the goalie guessed right, and there was a hurley thrown there at some stage as well.
Yes,
obviously wasn't spotted, but Bobby Douglas guessed right. But really, really unlucky from Jack Butler. He did everything right in the initial build-up. And there is going to be a yellow card here.
Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card. I think that's Joe Boyle, is it? The wing back?
It is, yeah.
So it's a yellow card for Joe Boyle for throwing the hurley.
And surely should be a free on the 21 as a result.
So I think the ref maybe missed it. And I think it was his umpire or his linesman who told him about it. So So it's not going to be a free. Instead, it's going to be a line ball for Upperchurch, pretty much at the corner flag. But we do have the goalkeeper down, Bobby Douglas. And as you said it, Cian, Jack Butler running down straight through the middle on the 14-yard line, inside the 14, bearing down on goal. And it was just one of those where the goalkeeper took a chance, guessed that it was going to go to his left. It did go to his left. It was a brilliant save. And Jack Butler on the rebound just slipped as well. It was agonisingly close, but Jack Butler has showed really, really well from what we've seen from him.
He has, and it's one of those, and we're just watching the replay. He didn't hit it hard enough, and if you bury that, usually, even if the goalie guesses right, he won't get it, but he only kind of flicked at it. The hurling was being thrown at him, and it's fairly central.
And you're seeing the replays, the crowd reacting to the replays of the thrown hurley.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you know, like the ref would have been able to see that replay on the screen or whatever, but that's not in the rules that for him to bring it back. But the play had stopped because the goalkeeper was down. He's back up, so play is continuing. A nice 1-2 puck out, or 1-2 line ball, and now Luke Shannon going to have a goal from the sideline. Luke Shanahan, it's just marginally wide off his left on the sideline over on the far side of the field. That's 14 wides for Upperchurch, 10 for Tooreen, and 6 minutes into an additional first period of extra time, and we're level. That puck out has gone long. Two players have slid into it, Liam Lavin and Dean Carew, and the referee is going to say, stop for a second, lads, we'll throw that in and we'll go again. Referee is a Westmeath official, Cayman Flynn, a Wexford man by birth, and this puck out, or this throw-in even, has broken towards Dean Carew, and he sends a big high one down on top of Jack Butler again. He knocks it down towards Paddy Phelan. It could break there towards Butler again, and it could break in behind, and here comes Paddy Phelan. He's going to get a goal chance, and he's buried it into the back of the net. Paddy Phelan returns from injury into the All-Ireland final, and he sends it into the top corner to send Upperchurch-Drombane into a 3-point lead. A huge score. Conor Fahey sets it up, pokes it forward to Paddy Phelan, and off his left on the 14-yard line. Goalkeeper did get a touch, but it went low into the bottom corner off the goalkeeper's hurley, and now Upperchurch lead by 3, Cian.
Unbelievable flick through his legs by Jack Butler to set up the chance of Conor Fahey, and it's a big game player. Paddy Phelan again, just finish it to the back of net. Lovely flick from Conor Fahey off his left. He buried it in with power past Douglas, and that's a massive score for Upperchurch-Drombane.
Unbelievable. They now lead 17 to 20 points, 7 minutes into the first half of extra time, as Toby Corbett shields the ball pretty well, but doing even better is Liam Lavin for Tooreen to get onto the ball. He's trying to open it up. He sees a pass towards Brian Morley on the edge of the 45, just took his eye off it momentarily, and the chance is still there from as he cuts in on his right, hits it high. Is it accurate? 2 umpires agree that it is, and it's a good response from Tooreen. We've said that a number of times today, and now we're back to a 2-point game, 17 to 21.
Yeah, that's Morley's fourth from play. It was a lovely ball across from Liam Lavin. Initially he dropped the ball, but he cut inside Niall Grant and fired it over. He's been really good in this game.
Puck out goes long, looking for Conor Fahey. It's broken down now between the two 65s as the two Shannons, Paul and Luke, try to get on it, but it's a Tooreen man who has it, and it's Fergal Boland who has given absolutely everything today, and he's given a lovely hand pass to free up Owen Delaney. He's going to have a go from the sideline off his left. He's been so accurate today, but that one is just wide at the near post as he was looking at it over on that Cusack stand sideline.
Yeah, and a second wide of extra time, and I think it's going to be Pat Short coming on, and my God, this is reeling in the ears. What a player he's been for Upperchurch-Drombane, and he's a guy with huge experience. Or sorry, it's Ger Grant.
Ger Grant, yeah.
Sorry.
So number 17, Ger Grant, is coming onto the field, not just yet as his puck out goes long for Paul Shannon, who has given absolutely every inch of his large frame here today, and he's won another ball, looking to hand pass it backwards towards the younger brother Luke. Luke gets through a couple of tackles and sends his ball forward now, and it could be in behind, and it looks like that's Gavin Ryan all the way up there. Has he been fouled? No, says the referee. Gets it off to Paddy Phelan. Paddy Phelan now looking for a wonder score out by the sideline, and it is going to be wide from Paddy Phelan. 15 wides for Upperchurch as a substitution now. Toby Corbett is going to be replaced by number 17, Ger Grant.
Yeah, and Ger Grant, a real Tigers defender, very experienced guy, and he'll add a bit of metal again to this Upperchurch rear guard. Toby Corbett, young player, played in the Colleges All-Ireland, the Croke Cup victory with Thurles CBS, and he's had a fine game for a young player.
He's done really well, has Toby Corbett. Puck out goes short from Tooreen as they work it through the hands. We're going to have 2 additional minutes in this first half as the fullback Stephen Coyne brings this ball out to the 65. The midfielder Sean Kenny floats one forward towards the full forward, who's on a corner forward position out under us. That's Boland. He gives it back to Brian Morley. 4 points from play. Is he going to try and get a fifth? He hand passes it in field now towards the fullback, throws up a nice dummy, and here's Fergal Boland now. He's looking for another score off his left. He hits it high, and he hits it accurately over the bar. His 5th point of the day. Fergal Boland, the Mayo inter-county footballer, brings Tooreen back to within 1, and it's another good response from Tooreen.
Yeah, well worked. Shane Boland to Brian Morley, got the guy to Stephen Coyne, and then off to Fergal Boland, his 5th from play. He's been immense in this game.
Puck out goes long, looking for Jack Butler. It breaks off him, but he's able to use his body to hold it up and allow Pat Ryan to get onto the break, and it goes forward towards Aaron Ryan. He's stuck out on the sideline now. Interesting to see what he's going to do. He's going to have a pop. Aaron Ryan off his left hand side on the sideline. Oh, it's just going to go across the face of the goals and wide from Aaron Ryan. That looked good for a long time. Just went to the right and wide. Puck out going to come from Bobby Douglas. We've 30 seconds played in the additional 2 minutes to come in this first half of extra time.
And that's what Aaron Ryan is so good at, picking up pockets of space, and you nearly thought he'd nail it, but just leaked it to the right and wide.
Puck out goes long, and it's knocked to the ground by Ger Grant, and it's gone towards Luke Shannon. He's surveying his options. He's going to try and get it into Paddy Phelan. He's out in front of his man, just can't get the ball into his possession, loses his footing. He's back up on his feet as the play continues, as Luke Shannon gets onto the breaking ball. Incredibly so, Luke Shannon, has he been fouled? No, says the referee. What a take by Jack Butler, gives it off to Conor Fahey, just leaves it behind, and the ball is on the ground. Conor Fahey's inside, can he kick it? It's a goal for Upperchurch-Drombane. Conor Fahey's 2nd goal of the game to put Upperchurch in the lead by 4. It was scrappy, it was messy, but it was finished into the back of the net by Conor Fahey, and a huge 3rd goal of the game for Upperchurch-Drombane.
Again, it was Jack Butler who created it, popped it inside. Fahey missed it initially, flicked it up, and off the ground he flicked it past the goalkeeper. Brilliant flick past Bobby Douglas, and goals win games, and that's proven to be true here for Upperchurch-Drombane. 2nd goal for Conor Fahey. Massive moment.
And now Ger Grant with another big block from a puck out as it goes all the way to Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan on the 65. He's looking for another score. Does it have the legs? The answer is no. It drops into the hands of goalkeeper Bobby Douglas. Douglas puts the ball on his hurley now, and he's going to take it on and hand pass it forward to his fullback Stephen Coyne on this near sideline. He hand passed it forward towards Joe Boyle. He's blocked down brilliantly by Paul Shannon, and it falls favourably towards Gavin Ryan. He plays it in field towards Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan gets it off to Aaron Ryan, and Conor Fahey's in field. He's going to get it off to Conor Fahey. Is he on for a hat-trick? Conor Fahey's going to go for it. Oh, what a hook that is, but the chance is still there. Gives it off. Oh, and it's brilliant defending back there by Stephen Coyne, and that is going to be how the first half of additional time ends. Another point was there for the take, and a goal was there for the take, and they leave with nothing, Upperchurch, from that attack, but they walk off the field at half-time of extra time with a 3-17 to 22-point lead. It's a 4-point lead for Upperchurch.
Yeah, it's a pity. It was a brilliant move. It was Pat Ryan off to Aaron Ryan. He burst through the middle of the defence, and Conor Fahey was thinking shades of Lair Corbett hat-trick in an All-Ireland finally was inside, but a brilliant sliding hook from Stephen Coyne, the full-back for Tooreen. Just about keeps them in touch in this game, but you just kind of think, Paul, should they have just put the ball over the bar and just put a nail into the coffin of Tooreen? But 2 goals, a brilliant goal from Conor Fahey, that flick goal, joined with the goal from Paddy Phelan, and it's put Upperchurch-Drombane in a seriously strong position faced into the last 10 minutes of this game of extra time. But it's been just end to end, helter skelter, and you're kind of trying to draw a breath here at the moment.
You are, yeah. We're trying to draw our breath up here in the stand. All the players are down there trying their best to draw their breath on both sides of the field. There's players down getting treatment and everything. It has been end to end an unbelievable game of hurling. And Upperchurch lead by 4, but Cian, this game has gone back and forth. That Liam Dunphy, James McGrath, the Upperchurch management team will know that this is far from over yet with a 4-point lead.
Yeah, it seems a big lead, Paul, but I agree with you. The way this game has gone, the next score is probably vital if it takes Upperchurch to a 5-point lead, or else it's a 1-score game for Tooreen if they get the next one. So next score is vital, and All-Ireland, we mentioned at the end of normal time, they're not giving out easily, and it's going to take a huge effort from Upperchurch-Drombane in this second period just to drive them over the line. But there's no doubt about it, they are in the driver's seat.
They're in the driver's seat, but what a defensive action that was by Stephen Coyne, we believe, the fullback for Tooreen, to get that hook on Conor Fahey. But Conor Fahey, Jack Butler, has been such a brilliant addition to this Upperchurch team, just for his use of his body. He's a big physical man. He's able to use his body really well. He's able to move. He's got flicks. He's got tricks. He's a real focal point for that attack since he's come on.
He's had a hand in both goals. He nearly got one himself. It's been a brilliant performance. He's a real game changer, and he has changed the whole complexion of this game and has given a new dimension to the attack of Upperchurch-Drombane.
And he's making his way towards the Davin stand goals to go into the full forward line. So as it's a quick turnaround now. We have a number 30 out there for Tooreen. That's Jake Glavey, is it? I'm trying to see down in front of me. Yeah, Jake Glavey. He's on, so we'll see who he's on for exactly for Tooreen, but he has entered the fray over on the far side of the field. So he's gone into a centre forward position with Ger Grant on him. So 3-17, that's 26 points to the 22 points of Tooreen. Upperchurch in the lead by 4 points as the second half of additional time, second half of extra time is about to begin. And we haven't been informed of the substitution just yet, but it is number 30, Jake Glavey out there.
Yeah, I think it's Sean Kenny gone off on the Tooreen side.
Number 9, Sean.
Yeah, and it is. And here's Ger Grant on the run for Upperchurch-Drombane as he's trying to send it into the full forward line, looking for Jack Butler. He has it in his hand again, Jack Butler, looking to get himself free. He's going to flick it over the bar, and a brilliant score by Jack Butler. What an impact he has had on this game. In behind the fullback, then in front of him to catch it and put it over the bar. It's a 5-point lead now for Upperchurch.
Yeah, it was Ger Grant with that crossfield ball. It was perfect. Butler came out, won it over the full back, Stephen Coyne, and swiveled onto his right and nailed it. Vital score.
And away comes Tooreen now, but it's just flicked off the hurley brilliantly by one of the Upperchurch defenders. And here's Niall Grant, plays a low ball now to Aaron Ryan. He rides the shoulder and rides another one, and now sends it long looking for Paddy Phelan. Paddy Phelan, as he caught it, he hasn't, but he's retained possession by flicking it out towards the sideline. Now he's looking back the field towards Luke Shannon. Luke Shannon now from his hands. Luke Shannon into the Davin stand, and Luke Shanahan over the bar for his 6th point of the game as he limps back the field. What an effort he's put in, and what a score that is.
Yeah, and Paddy Phelan again, the impact of the substitutes bench for Upperchurch-Drombane, incredible. Paddy Phelan with a goal, assist there, Jack Butler, and a brilliant score from Luke Shanahan.
Puck out goes long over to number 25 over there. That is Padraig Mooney. He has it in his possession now, but it's flicked off him by Paul Shannon and cleared by Luke Shannon. What an effort they've put in. And now Jack Butler's on the run over to the far sideline, has it in his possession in front of his man, turns in field, trying to get a hand pass away to Pat Ryan. He does so. It's slowed down as it goes back now over to the far side of the field. It's a shot from distance. It looks like that could be Mikey Griffin, is it, from the sideline? And it is just going to be wide, a 17th wide of the game for Upperchurch, but 71 minutes 46 seconds gone. It is 3-19 to 22 points. Puck out goes long, knocked to the ground brilliantly over there by Dean Carew, and Aaron Ryan has got it again. Flicks it forward now as Carew has continued his run. What a shift he's put in, and he's still going, Dean Carew, and he's leaving men behind him. He cuts inside. Oh, he's fouled heavy, and Dean Carew, what a run that is, as Paddy Phelan fist bumps the air. It's going to be a free in for Upperchurch-Drombane, but the heart and determination we've seen from these Upperchurch lads, we knew they're never left wanting, and this is just a whole new level here today.
Yeah, now they're really starting to show their quality, Paul. Dean Carew has been exceptional all day. Brilliant runner with the ball. He just went to go inside Oisin Greeley. He's fouled, but they're coming in waves now. They have all the momentum, and their hurling is starting to shine through. Really had to dig in to get into this position, but now they're really making Tooreen pay.
3-19 to 22 points. We're 2 minutes 40 seconds into the second half of extra time here in Croke Park, and it is a 6-point lead for Upperchurch, as just on the inside of the 40-metre arc is Luke Shanahan. So it's going to be about 10 yards right of the goal post and about 35 yards out from the goals. He lifts, he strikes, and over the bar for Luke Shannon. 7 points from him today. His points have been important. His work rate has been even more crucial as we see substitutions now for Tooreen. Number 19 is coming on. That's David Delaney. He's coming on for Brian Morley.
Delaney, and number 14, Shane Boland, by number 22. David Harrison.
So David Harrison, number 22, is on for number 14, Shane Boland. A lot of tired bodies out there, Cian.
A lot of tired bodies, and that's what extra time does to you, and it really tests your character. And Upperchurch have come up massively trumps in terms of that. They're really moving well now, and the harder the going is getting, the better they're getting.
So puck out now from Bobby Douglas. He goes short, and they're going to go through the hands Tooreen, and they do well to free up Stephen Coyne. And his out ball is just intercepted by Paddy Phelan. Paddy Phelan looking to punish now as he sends this high towards the Davin stand, and it's just to the left and wide from Paddy Phelan. But Upperchurch working really hard. Tooreen try their best to flick this ball out of defence now to get it as far as this man who's had an unbelievable game, Fergal Boland. He's held up in the tackle, puts the ball on the ground, and he's looking to get things going straight away. But the goalkeeper is going to come out and try and send this in. But Fergal Boland has been unbelievable here for Tooreen today.
Yeah, 5 points of play, and what an athlete, and you can see exactly why he's playing senior football with me. He was up and down the field, but brilliant hurler as well.
So goalkeeper Bobby Douglas just launches this one to the far 21, loads of height on it. Oh, a wild swing by one of the Tooreen players, but it breaks now towards their number 18, who's fallen and off balance, and he's won a 21-yard free, and they're looking to take it quickly. And Upperchurch have just got lads back on the line now, so it's a 21-yard free, and it is going to be taken by number 18, and he's hit it straight at Gavin Ryan, and Gavin Ryan clears his lines, and away comes Upperchurch now, and it's Jack Butler. He's done it all since his introduction, and now he sends it forward towards Luke Shannon. Luke Shannon does really well to get a flick away, but it's only going to go as far as a Tooreen man, and that's Fergal Boland, and he's just gliding across the surface here despite having 75 minutes legs. There's a man going down with cramp there as this ball is heading towards the edge of the square. Is it going to creep in? It's high off the post and to the right and wide, so a Tooreen effort comes high off the post and wide, and a puck out to come now, but 4.5 minutes to go. It's a 7-point lead for Upperchurch, and you feel like the All-Ireland might be heading to the hills, Cian.
Yeah, it looks really like it now. 7 points, and it's been such a grind, particularly through normal time, but in this second period of extra time, Upperchurch have shown their true quality, and they're coasting towards an All-Ireland title here now.
Puck out goes long, the breaks towards Conor Fahey. His hand pass goes through now towards Aaron Ryan. Aaron Ryan from the 40-metre arc, and it's come high off the post again. He'll be sickened with that. He doesn't have a score here today, and he would have thought that would surely sail over the bar. Off the post it's come though, and away comes Tooreen with the ball down to their own far full forward line, and Keith Ryan does well to hold up his man, and his man does well and takes too many steps. I think Keith Ryan, in fairness, just stood his ground as best he could, and his man couldn't run around him, instead running into him, and it's a free out, says referee Cayman Flynn.
And what a fantastic defender Keith Ryan is. He's had a brilliant year, captain, leader of the team, and he just stood up Fionn Delaney and left him with nowhere to go, and it's a free now to be struck by Gavin Ryan.
So here's Gavin Ryan standing over this free. Remember, his free with the last puck of the game equalised this game in normal time. Gavin Ryan, that was his 5th free, or his 5th point from a free. And now with 76 minutes 34 seconds on the clock, there's a lot less pressure on this one from his own 45. He strikes it well. It's going to be flirting with the crossbar in terms of where it's going to be landing. Paul Shannon is there, and Paul Shannon flicks it into the back of the net. It's a goal for Upperchurch-Drombane, and Paul Shannon has put the cherry on top of this victory for Upperchurch. What a flick into the back of the net. Now he's going to be replaced by Paul Ryan, but that is classic Paul Shannon here in Croke Park. Long range effort, landing on the edge of the square. That long arm, long hurley connects with it perfectly into the back of the net.
Yeah, it was a forehand smash in tennis style past the keeper Bobby Douglas, but he has earned that. He has ran every blade of Croke Park today. He's been such an outlet and really stood up when Upperchurch were struggling, and he's getting a huge ovation as he leaves the field here.
Unbelievable stuff from Paul Shannon, and he done something similar in the county final, if you remember, I think against Carrick Swan. I think that was the county final where he did that, and he's done it again here in Croke Park. Long range effort coming in from the goalkeeper Bobby Douglas all the way into the Upperchurch full back line, and oh, what a finish that is by the Tooreen forward there. I'm trying to see who got on the end of that. He pulled on it first time with back to goal,
Liam
and that
Lavin,
flew into the back of the net, and you reckon it's number 13, Liam Lavin.
Yeah, real snapshot off the ground and flew into the goals.
No chance for Kieran Short, so it's back to a 7-point game with 2 minutes to go. Brilliant finish from Liam Lavin, and that is the first goal Upperchurch have conceded in outside of Tipperary. And now Tooreen are just going to try and get another one and send a dangerous ball to the edge of the square, and it's gone into the back of the net. Incredibly, 2 quick fire goals from Tooreen. That looked like it was right on the edge of the square, and it's number 22 David Harrison. And now incredibly, Cian Treacy, it's back to a 4-point game with a minute and a half to go.
What did Alex Ferguson say in 99? Football bloody hell. This is hurling bloody hell. Unbelievable. So as the ball comes into the edge of the square, and it just flicked past the goalie by David Harrison.
Upperchurch hadn't conceded a goal since the county final, and now they've conceded 2 in about 60 seconds. So the puck out goes long to Paul Ryan, and Upperchurch will just need to get the ball in their hands and just see the clock out at this point. There's only 60 seconds left as Ger Grant wins this. He's trying to get it away. He's held up in the tackle, and now Tooreen have a load of belief in their system again, but unfortunately they don't have the ball in their point of view, and it's Ger Grant now, and he plays it back to Aaron Ryan. It's a dangerous ball. It's all become a bit loose in the middle of the field, and Fergal Boland has it for Tooreen, and he's won a free, and it's going to be a free on the edge of the 45. And Cian Treacy, it's going to be a one-score game if this free goes over the bar. We're 79 minutes 15 seconds gone.
Yeah, and just as Paul Shanahan came up, he was embraced by James McGran. They were almost celebrating to the crowd that they were there, and I think now they're thinking, did they tempt fate a small bit?
Well, they could be forgiven. They were 9-10 points up at that point, and now it's a 4-point game. And number 18 is coming out, Fionn Delaney, to take this free central position. An Upperchurch defender got a yellow card there. I think it was Mikey Lavery. And here is number 18. Hits this, and it's over the bar. And Cian Treacy. We're going to have at least 1 minute of additional time.
This has been some game of hurling, Paul, end to end, and it just never ever say die for both sides here.
Unbelievable. 420 to 223 is the score. It's a 3-point lead for Upperchurch-Drombane. Tooreen have got 7 points in about 60 seconds, and now Upperchurch goes short with the puck out to Keith Ryan. He finds over on the far side of the field Ger Grant. He's hooked over there, and now he's lost possession, and Tooreen have it back, and they have bodies inside. Upperchurch need to get their hand on it. It's going to break in behind, and Upperchurch do have the bodies there. It's sent out towards Liam Lavin. Is he going to get a chance? Saved by the goalkeeper, and away comes Upperchurch. Unbelievably so. It was a tame shot. It looked like he was pulled back as he was getting the shot away, and now the ball is sent down the far end of the field. An unbelievable catch by Paddy Phelan. He puts it down on his hurley. He's taking it forward, throws up a dummy, gives it off to Pat Ryan. He's blocked. It's still there. The goalkeeper saves it. The rebound for Jack Butler, saved by the goalkeeper. Incredibly so. We have 15 seconds to go. Tooreen in possession of the ball, but Upperchurch with a 3-point lead in the All-Ireland final, and the ball is going to go to the edge of the square. Upperchurch have defenders back there. It's going to break in behind. It's there. It could be a goal. It's Keith Ryan again who flicks it away from danger, and it's going out for a 65. It's going to be a 65 for Tooreen. The whole parish of Tooreen and Upperchurch-Drombane are going to be in the edge of the square when this ball lands in. But Cian, how have we found ourselves in this position? We've had goal chances at both ends.
I've watched hurling matches for a long time. I've never seen anything like this. And on the initial attack from Tooreen, if he'd picked the open man, it was a certain goal. He went to the wrong side, and it looked like it could have been a penalty, but he didn't give it. And now it is like the Alamo inside on the square. There's people, bodies everywhere.
And it looks like it was David Delaney originally standing over it. He's leaving it off to Owen Delaney. Owen Delaney to drop in this 65. It's going to be in around the 14 yards. Everyone is up there. The ball is on the ground. It's been knocked out away from the goals, but it's still there for Fergal Boland. He's up to the edge of the 21. He gets a shot away, and it's going to go over the bar, but that is not going to be enough. And that looks like now surely that's it. Liam Dunphy is looking at the watch. He's banging his fingers off his wrist, and it looks like the referee wants the ball, and that is it. Upperchurch-Drombane are the All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Champions. They have eventually overcome Tooreen on a final scoreline of 420 to 224 in one of the most memorable and epic All-Ireland finals you'll ever see after extra time. Today is Upperchurch-Drombane's day, and Jesus, Cian Treacy, I did say they really had to earn it.
And my heart is going here. That was incredible tension at the end. What a day for Upperchurch-Drombane. After all the setbacks over the last number of years, the All-Ireland champions, and for a parish like this is what the GAA is all about, and you can see the celebrations, the emotions on the field, devastation for Tooreen, but my God, what a brilliant day for Upperchurch-Drombane. Showed huge resilience. Looked like they were out the gap when they went 10 points up, and an absolute remarkable finish there by Tooreen. They nearly pulled victory from the jaws of defeat, and vice versa for Upperchurch-Drombane, but the day belongs to them. They were absolutely fantastic and worthy winners, and overall such a tight game, but they were the better hurling team. I think the influence of their bench was incredible, between Jack Butler and between Paddy Phelan and Ger Grant. All these guys that they called on made a massive difference, and this is a really historic day for them.
Unbelievable stuff. 420 to 224. They were 8 or 9 points up with about 2 minutes to go in extra time. We were talking about they were sailing home. Suddenly 2 quick-fire goals go in, a point goes over the bar, and they're defending for their lives on the edge of their own square. 2 minutes into in injury time, at the end of extra time even. And I don't know how all that played out. I can hardly even remember the big moments there, Cian, but that was just helter-skelter, chaotic stuff. The players almost look too tired to celebrate out there. They're so wrecked after that. But what an effort from both sides. What a result for Upperchurch-Drombane. and we can see some of their players on the field. Pat Ryan having a word with Paddy Green there on the field on the big screen, and just what a day for Upperchurch. But this is a game that will be watched back in the pubs and everywhere around Upperchurch for years to come.
For a long, long time. And it just shows the beauty of hurling, that it's never the 10 points in it, Tooreen come back. It looked at stages like Tooreen were in the ascendancy. Upperchurch came back. It was just end to end, ebbed and flowed. And delighted for Upperchurch-Drombane to be All-Ireland champions. And in fairness to Tooreen, they deserve to go down on their shield. They didn't deserve to lose by 10 points in a game of that magnitude, so they deserve to go down by 2 points, and credit to them that they brought a real fight, a real intensity. But Upperchurch-Drombane all throughout the championship, right back to their game against Ballinam with Gavin Ryan's long range frees to just drag them through. They've showed massive resilience, heart, grit, all the things that we associate with Upperchurch-Drombane teams. And they're worthy All-Ireland winners, and we're just looking down there. Man of the match is being presented, and I think it's Conor Fahy down there who's been interviewed on TG Carr and accepting the Man of the Match award.
Yeah, 2 goals for Conor Fahy. We'll try.
No, it must be Gavin Ryan.
Gavin Ryan, it looks like, yeah.
Sorry,
Gavin
Ryan.
We'll try and get through all the big moments, but it's just been a mental game of hurling, but an unbelievable one, and one that will live long in the memories of the Upperchurch-Drombane players, supporters, anyone affiliated with this club in Mid-Tipperary. And they make their way towards the Hogan stand, and Keith Ryan makes his walk up the steps of the Hogan stand, a dream for any player, but it's even more special when you do it with your club. And Keith Ryan is ready to accept the cup down beneath us. But what a game of hurling that was. There's so many moments to go through. Gavin Ryan's long range free to send the game to extra time being one of them. He had Conor Fahy's goal. Paul Shannon's goal at the end felt like just a cherry on top, I think I described it as, but that turned out to be the winning of the game.
Yeah, and there was a moment there, as we said, in the last number of minutes where Tooreen had the ball and he probably played the wrong pass. There was a loose man inside on the 21 and it could have been a goal. So it was just ebbed and flowed. There were so many big moments. Paddy Phelan making such an impact with his goal-saving block on Joe Boyle and his own goal. The massive impact made by Jack Butler, who totally turned the game on his head when he came on with his ball-winging ability, got up his own point for play, had a hand in 2 goals.
Unbelievable stuff. 7 points for Luke Shannon, 1-1 for Paul Shannon. Other scores: Conor Fahy with 2 goals, Pat Ryan with 3 points, Mikey Griffin with a point each then for Colin Ryan, Diarmuid Grant, Jack Butler, Paddy Phelan's goal, of course, Gavin Ryan with 5 points as well. Those were the scores for Upperchurch-Drombane as Keith Ryan is about to accept the cup. Down below is in the Hogan stand, so hopefully you can hear it loud and clear on the microphones as the Upperchurch players begin to walk up the steps of the Hogan stand. Just dreamland stuff for Upperchurch.
There's much I can say, lads. It's a hard one to lose. You fought to the very, very end, and you're a very...
As the rain and mist and drizzle starts to fall here in Croke Park, Keith Ryan ready to accept the cup on behalf of Upperchurch-Drombane.
I hope you'll be back again in the not too distant future.
But we mentioned it, Cian, what a journey it's been for this Upperchurch team throughout this season. I mentioned 126 days ago in Kilcommon. They've gone from the hills of Kilcommon to the steps of Croke Park here, and Keith Ryan ready to accept the cup.
Yeah, and it's just dreamland for Keith. He's been such a pivotal figure, captain, leader along with Gavin, and to climb, walk up those steps of the Hogan stand with your club, with a club of the history and prestige of Upperchurch-Drombane. It's just dreamland, and there's going to be some celebrations in Drombane and the surrounding areas for the next few days.
And to the game of hurling. Just a few thank yous to our general sponsors and EIB.
And the funny thing, Paul, is I actually think Tooreen half gave up for finish. They emptied the bench. They took off like Brian Morley and a couple more, and just those quick fire goals, I think, just nearly caught everyone out between Liam Lavin and the goal by David Harrison really came against the run of play because Upperchurch were in such control of the game.
Yeah, it was an incredible finish to this game. I feel like there'll nearly be a movie written in Upperchurch about this season, but about this game alone, I'd say, because there were so many swings and twists and turns and everything, but it eventually, the bottles stopped pointing at Upperchurch-Drombane, and they're the winners of this game. So let's listen on to this speech now.
So, Cork Rd is more reached Upperchurch-Drombane, Tom Cornigdal, Arashka, Upperchurch-Drombane, the Tipperdown agus to Cogimon. So Marshinda is more and more on Corn of Runner, Captain Upperchurch-Drombane Imlina, Keith Ryan.
And it's been handed over, and here's Keith Ryan alongside Paddy Green. And they lift the cup. All-Ireland Intermediate Club Hurling Champions for 2026 is Upperchurch-Drombane, the second Tipperary team to do so.
Toss and down arm, current shot, a Glock, our son forward. Jump it up to Drombane! First of all, it's a huge honour for me to accept this cup on behalf of all our panel, management team, club, families, and all those who supported us along the way. I suppose I start with these group of fellas here to my left, who've shown a huge level of commitment, hard work and sacrifice throughout this year. And they've always been able to find a way to win when it didn't look likely, and today was no different. For all of us, it's a huge honour to be able to put on the Upperchurch-Drombane jersey and represent your club in Croke Park. I'd like to pay a special tribute to Paddy Green here to my left, who got injured. This man got injured the last day against Danesfort and couldn't play today, but he's been a massive influence on us as a team and as a club for the last 15, 20 years. So can I put your hands together for Paddy and all these group of players? To all our sponsors, thank you very much for all your kind support and generosity over the past number of weeks and months. It's been hugely appreciated. And always to our main sponsors, Midwest Style, for your backing for the last number of years. You've been very good to this club and this team, so thanks very much. We are so lucky to have incredible people working with us in the background that a lot of people might not see. From those who feed us after trays and matches, to our chairman Jim Ryan, to making sure everything we have, to our bus driver Johnny, John Flaherty, our physio, Katrina Shart in statistics, Liam Noonan on video, Pat Monaghan, our goalkeeping coach, and Peter Ryan. Lads, you've been absolutely incredible to us all year, and you don't get enough thanks, so thank you very much for all you do. Next to our management team, two selectors, John Quinn and James Green, and our coach, James McGrath. Lads, you've been absolutely incredible all year, and you've offered a lot more than what us players have done throughout the year. Your sacrifice is second to none, and you can't be thanked enough as well, so thanks a million, lads. But there's one man who brings everything all together, and that man is Mr. Liam Dunphy. Liam has given his heart and soul to this club and this team over the past number of years, and we're so grateful to have you involved with us, Liam, so thanks very much. To Tooreen, lads, you can hold your heads up high and be proud of your performance today. You're an absolute savage team with huge pedigree, you've some serious players, and I have no doubt that you'll be back here again, so I wish you all the best in the future. Thanks to Cabe and Flynn and his match officials today for a great sporting game. Without you, none of this would be possible. To Croke Park for having the pitch in unbelievable condition. I don't think there's any place like it on a day like today. And to AIB, the sponsors, for running such a great competition and giving us all a chance to play today. Thanks very much. Lastly, to the Upperchurch-Drombane supporters. Lads, you've turned up week in, week out. You've travelled length and breadth of the country to follow us back since I'd say middle of July. The backing you've given us over the past number of weeks has been truly immense, and we thank you for that. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in Upperchurch-Drombane over the next few days to celebrate with us. Last thing I'd like to say, Cashel and Tipp FM.
Pete Ryan raises the All-Ireland Intermediate Hurling Cup to the sky, to the jubilation of the Upperchurch-Drombane players to his left and all the Upperchurch-Drombane supporters to his left and to his right in the Hogan stand. And as he said, whilst almost laughing as he says that he can't wait to see them over the next few days, Cian Treacy, it's going to be a crazy couple of days in Upperchurch and Drombane.
It is, and these moments are for enjoying, Paul. And to get to Croke Park with your club is the pinnacle, and to win is the absolute. It's beyond dreams, and for these players getting their chance to climb the steps of the Hogan and lift the cup, it means so much to their families and to the whole parish of Upperchurch-Drombane, and they should be incredibly proud of their achievements. Fair play to Liam Dunphy, James Green, John Quinn, the coach, James McGrath. They've done a fantastic job in getting this team well prepared and bringing them to an All-Ireland. And the margins at this level are so tight. As you say, nearly didn't make it out of the group, and from that to be an All-Ireland champions. What an incredible run. It's fairy tale stuff. As you said, they could make a film, and they probably will, of this. And just, it's brilliant start to the year for Tipperary. We ended 2025, a brilliant year, under 20 All-Ireland winners, senior All-Ireland winners, and to see now All-Ireland Intermediate Club champions at the start of 2026, it bodes well for Tipperary hurling as we go into the rest of this year.
Unbelievable stuff. 420 to 224 is the full-time score. Upperchurch-Drombane have beaten Tooreen in a really, really epic All-Ireland Intermediate Club hurling final. And just a word on the Tooreen players, they're all stead out on the field, they're all in a huddle out there in Croke Park. Really difficult for them, beaten by 2 points here in a final against Munleen in 2023, and here in 2026 beaten in extra time. There's no way of dressing it up or anything, Cian. It's just really, really tough.
No, but that's sport, Paul, and it's ups and downs, and you just have to get back on the horse and you have to go again. And the next few days for the Tooreen players are going to be really tough, but this year will roll along later on in the year, and they'll go again. And I'm sure they're a really resilient group to have been here 2 years ago, and to have the wherewithal to come back. But today really is about, finals are always for winning. The best two teams get to All-Ireland finals, the best team win it, and today is Upperchurch-Drombane's day. It's a day for them to celebrate, and I see the Shorts, Pat and Owen and their kids lifting the cup on the steps of the Hogan, and what ambassadors, what players they've been for Upperchurch-Dromane over the last 20 years or so, and they're still going, and I'm sure they have a huge leadership role within this whole panel.
And there's probably a lesson in this as well, Cian, that a lot of those Upperchurch lads, the likes of the Gavin Ryans, the Colin Ryans, some of the Grants there, the Shannons, Paddy Green, all the Ryans that have been there for a long, long time, they've had really, really tough days. Mid-finals, county semi-finals, just being almost there, and a point here, a point lost there in a final. They've stayed at it, and here they are in steps of Croke Park lifting the cup here in the Hogan stand.
Yeah, I think back to maybe 2017, they're up by 3 points in the last minute of a mid-senior final. Shamie Callan got a goal with time up to level it. Drummond Inch won in extra time. So they've had so many setbacks, relegated a couple of years ago, thought they'd get straight back up. They didn't last year. Cashel and Tipp beat them in extra time in the semi-final in Semple Stadium, and all those hard days, all those days where they really had to soul search, it's all worth it when it propelled them to Croke Park and to an All-Ireland final. So very hard to connect the dots. Looking forward, when we look back, all the setbacks are worth it. To see Clongardica's Upperchurch-Drombane up on the screen in Croke Park, and to see Upperchurch men lifting the cup, everything is worth it for them as a club.
Unbelievable stuff. That's Cian Treacy alongside myself, Paul Carroll. We've watched an incredible game of hurling here in Croke Park, but it's ended after extra time on a final scoreline of Tooreen 224, Upperchurch-Drombane 420. What a game of hurling, what a win for Upperchurch-Drombane. They are the 2026 All-Ireland Intermediate Club hurling champions. For myself, Paul, and Cian here beside me on level 7 of the Hogan stand, after extra time, Upperchurch are the All-Ireland champions, and from us here, it's bye for now.